we made it. All right, we live.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause
Look,
it said we was live for like 8 seconds and the thing was green and I was scratching my head like, damn. I wonder if they see that.
I
yeah.
did too. Like,
I think it be live while you count down though. I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, hello everyone. Hello. Okay, what's going on with the world today? How y'all ladies feeling?
Fine, staying out the way.
You out the way. I'm in the way. I'm in all the way this year. I'm in everybody's way.
okay.
Ain't no room to stay out the way. I'm in the way. I want to be in the way of the right things, though, not the
Otherwise,
wrong things. The
That's
right
a go.
things, though, not the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the first thing we should talk about is this beautiful 31, what is it, 31 or 30 day?
31.
31 day challenge that Miss Damo put us on. Okay. We on this 31 day challenge we've been doing every day. She give us a new challenge. And I really encourage y'all to come join it with us. We post it on the page every day. And she asked for us to put our responses on the page. You know what I'm saying? What you get out the challenge or whatever. And I've been doing it, right? And I think yesterday tickled me the most when they said, when we took the personality test and they told me, I was like Marilyn Monroe. I could have fell out. They said I was an
It was like
entertainer.
so many different ones online you could take though.
We was. They said I was an entertainer though. Y'all think I'm entertaining? My personality is of an entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you like when I call you and you get ready to do something, Nika, you are in it. Like it ain't no, you know how like I'm kind of Lexi Daisy with the stuff I do. I have that. Like you jump right in it, you all over it. Yes, that is you.
So that's the entertainer. I think me and you had the same thing.
Yeah, I think we did.
I didn't read into that though. But I'm like, okay.
You didn't?
Nope, I'm gonna have to. Now I did look at the different traits that they had in there, like a personality wise, but I didn't get all in depth. It was like 38%, 48%, like it was like percent wise once you got done.
Okay. It sees you still got your phone close to it because it's still like an echo. Y'all hear echo?
I hear the echo, but no, my phone on the floor. I don't think the TV will do it because I'm not by the TV.
But it's us though. So
is it coming from my end? Do y'all hear echo?
No, it's like you hear somebody TV or something in the background.
No, I hear us. I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, it's your house, Tease. Okay, back to the discussion though. I just wanted to make sure we got our sounds right. That's all. Yeah, Vicky, you took the personality test. What did yours say?
I don't remember everything. I wish I would have screenshotted it a little bit more, but it just was saying like I'm an introvert. That I care like a lot about people. I don't even remember. I'm mad that I didn't like full blown like do a video record so that I could remember. But I just like kind of blazed through it a little bit at the bottom trying to read it. It was some interesting things though. It said I care a lot about my past, like the things that I've done, like the mistakes that I made. I kind of dwell on them. Yeah, that's all I can really remember.
I had it. Goddamn, can't even pick your phone up and put it by the thing to look it up, because I had an email to me. Hey, you muted, Nika.
What's going on, girl?
Hey, girlfriend.
All right.
I'm hearing a lot of what's that?
Okay.
Stutter?
Y'all,
Mhm.
y'all hear stutter too?
Yeah, and I mute the TV muted now.
Okay. Hey, hello everybody on the panel.
Hey.
How you doing? I like your blue braids.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you, girl.
Yes.
Something new, something new.
I love new stuff.
I've been wearing blue for a minute though.
I love blue.
Like a little season, trying it out.
What was your color, Nika? Yours? Well, we all have colors. Then we call ourselves the Sailor Moons.
I still got my red, baby. I still got my red, baby.
Mine was a hot pink. You had a red. I had a hot pink. Who had green? Who had green?
I don't know.
Oh, her mean sister had green.
Monique, yeah.
Yeah. So
I still wear my burgundy. I'm old school.
Burgundy a
We want to
classic.
take a little time out too to introduce y'all to our guest tonight on the panel, Miss Marquita.
Hey,
Hey.
y'all.
Hey, Marquita.
Hey.
She's so quiet, girl. You got to jump in and talk around here because we'll talk all around you.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. But actually, Miss Marquita picked our topic for tonight, right? And it worded the way you wanted to word it, Marquita. Why did you pick? What is the topic, and why did you want to talk about this topic?
Okay, I just wanted to talk about Black people and the stigma of going to therapy. So I picked the topic because I just recently started going to therapy like 2 months ago. And I feel like it's something that we should do more. It is not talked about enough. And yeah. So what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm with you. I need to go. I should be we should do a 202. Because yeah. I need to go to therapy, I think. Shoot. I never look. I honestly used to be like, I don't need therapy. I got God. Like I'm good. But
Right.
I feel like just actually talking to someone, first of all, tangible, that you can reply in a different way, that you can, receive it. It'll hit differently. And then like people, someone that's not biased, to the situation. We talk to family, we talk to friends, but they are always biased in a way. So I just think it'll help. It may me. My thing is with guys, kind of like you can't go to him and talk about your problem if you don't know what your problem is. So maybe if you go to a therapist, they can help you identify, some of the problems that you may not even realize that you have, but you know you got a problem. You just don't really know what it is, and then you can take that and go to God with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your take on it, T?
Well, y'all know I've had a therapist. My job offers a therapist for us who work with customers. So I took that time to have my grieving therapist, and I took a little bit. I took a little bit what he did, just like you said, Binky, and acknowledged what it was wrong, and then took that to God. So I did do that, but I have history with therapy because I was an administrative assistant at a mental health clinic. So we always had, I had 13 therapists, 2 doctors, 2 nurses, and 25 case managers running. So I in that event, I was able to help my mom get a therapist. I was able to help my sister get a therapist because I believe at that point in time it was beneficial because there were Christian therapists we had on board. And sometimes I just saw that there were some things just by looking at my mom, growing up, that she probably needed to talk to somebody that she didn't know about, to. And I think by seeing that, she said it did work. It did help, And I think that us as a Black community, we have been told that that's kind of evil, or I gotta, but let's be honest, right? The church specialized in the Bible, in the church, right? A therapist specialized in the mental health. Unless that pastor has a degree in psychology or something like that, might be some things that he don't know of, and to identify or put it together. So it's very. I think we as a Black community, to be honest with you, suffer from a lot of mental health issues like PSTD and also and we don't even know it. I mean, come on now. I lived in Detroit for 25 years. I encountered being shot at as a woman for no reason because I didn't give you my number. I encountered a gun at my side because you thought something else. You thought that the people I was with, which was none of it was true, because of your mental health, you attacked me. You know, as a kid living on Plymouth and Wadsworth, me and my best friend over there by O'Shea's playing in the just playing in a tennis park, and all the next you know, we ducking on the floor because two young black men decide they want to shoot at each other. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we all as a black community has to just come to realize that therapy might be a way to set the path of where we need to go next. Yeah. Yeah.
Teach, what's your take on it?
I don't disagree with having therapy. Would I go? I'm not gonna say no because I have like a spiritual mother and that's my pastor, so I kind of feel like she's my therapist. But as far as a doctor, like the whole diagnosis thing, like I can't really get with that. But therapy, I believe is needed.
Yeah, and take no, it's different. It's a separation for people. That's the only thing they're scared of. Like when I recommend therapy, I only recommended the therapist, not the psychologist. You know, people think the psychologist and the therapist are one thing, and they're not. Therapists are really like life coaches, basically trying to coach you to go through this through thing called life. Now, a psychologist, he's going deeper into the brain. He needs to find out why. What happened, and see, the therapist does the work why. Then she sends that work to the psychologist. Then the psychologist reviews it and identifies it with certain mental health breakdowns. And then from there, then they recommend the psychologist. Especially they ask you the first two words: do you feel like you need to harm yourself or someone else? And that's our first question in intake. And if you say I might feel like harming myself, then we have to take that to another level, or someone else, you know. So yeah, and I've seen so many people walk off the streets of Detroit that came into our clinic. I've seen people y'all don't even know. I know that y'all know, and I have been in my clinic at that point in time, and I would never, unless they wanted me to, I never said anything about them coming to our clinic. Because I wanted them to continue to get the help that they need. Because I know living in this world is tough. Especially when you're now by yourself. And COVID is really tough now. So, yeah. Yeah. And people need to just step up and say, I might need to speak to someone. I mean, speak to God, yes. But some people need to take it to another level. Because they need to find out, where is this starting at? How did I get here? And sometimes those therapists can get you there, you know. They can help you out, like, you know, and they don't always recommend you to a psychologist, you know, but it feels good to talk to somebody you just don't know sometimes. Yeah. And I don't mean you're crazy. You're just trying to get your shit together. That's it.
Especially if you got a problem with how you thinking and how you orchestrate your thoughts.
Yeah. Especially if your circle ain't talking or trying to help you get out of that, you know. And I see that a lot. I only had I had like one person that actually in my group really two people in my group was like, go get a therapist, because they had went and got one, you know, and they said it helped them. And sometimes you need that. They can recognize those things. Yeah.
And I think that Therapy is not a bad thing. Like we just associate therapy with something being wrong with us. That don't mean that something is wrong with you. You talking to somebody else, trying to get a different opinion, it could be simple things you talking about, job, home, whatever. It don't mean that something is wrong
Yeah.
with you. It don't mean that you're going through something, you're trying to kill yourself. It could just be, just an outlet, another person to talk to, somebody who don't know you, who don't know who you're talking about. Just, just to get things off your chest. And also too, like figure out if traumas, past traumas, childhood
Yeah.
traumas, to figure out why you think the way you do, make certain decisions that you make. So it's not always necessarily like why do we always compare going to therapy as being a bad thing? Like it's not bad. And it doesn't mean that something is wrong with you.
No, I don't think it mean that either.
Off the rip, I really think the Black community needs therapy from our past.
I agree. Because we all have a problem.
We're talking about ripping a family apart and spreading them across the land. Now that's in Exodus. If y'all really want to know about that, read in Exodus, the Bible. It already had written what was going to happen to our people.
Wow.
And he was going to, if we didn't decide to follow him, he was going to spread us across with yokes around. It's already been predicted. The Bible, and that's in Exodus. You can read that.
Wow.
And it was already predicted. And then it also tells you in Exodus, if we would have chose this, then this is what would have been given to us. But sometimes we are hard-headed, and our generation decided, not our generation, but our ancestors probably decided to go their own route. And I can understand why, because they were used to worshiping an idol God. And then here we go. We got our ancestors coming in and saying, no, we have a God. But however, you read it in Exodus, you'll find it out. But I do believe once that prophecy has already been written, and we are still have a ripple effect from our generation, our ancestors being torn apart. Mm-hmm. Do you know who your great granddaddy is?
Nope.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You can only know how far your mama told you. So if your mama only told you about these certain people, then she's broken as well, because she don't know certain people. I don't know my family. I can tell I'm broken.
Yeah.
I know I'm broken, but even if I still got things to deal with. I don't know who my culture, who my tribe is.
Yes.
I just know that in the 70s I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And anybody that was in my face, that's all I know. I didn't have a history book that say, well, I had to actually, this I know we need therapy. And I love my grandma to death. I love her, but may she rest in heaven. But I was the only one out the whole family. Out all these grandkids, me and my grandma was the only one that sat down, and I got a book and I started asking her all these tough questions. I said, Grandma, who are we?
Mm-hmm.
I said, seriously, I've never heard no conversation. You the grandma. You never talked about your brother. I didn't know I had 4 uncles, grand uncles. So as I sit there and ask her, who's my great granddaddy? What did he look like? And all these things that she began to tell me, but I can feel that there was a little struggle about this conversation.
Mm-hmm. It's something they don't want to tell. Yeah.
It was a lot of struggle about. And I asked my grandma, I said, why, Grandma, why is my family? We're very settled. My family don't do drama. My family is silent, And if we have any drama, we just go off in our little corners, And
we need that job.
We don't address it.
And that's something that we need to fix instead of bottling everything again. We need to talk about it. We need to let it go. Yeah.
We feel like God to take care of it.
Mm-hmm. And nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with praying, saying your prayers, but you still got to put in some work with it.
You got to put that work.
That's it. That's it right there.
And that's where we are at. And like I said, I've had an auntie that lived down the street, and I hadn't seen her in 5 years, and she was my grandmother's second oldest daughter. And I'm like, what is going on? I really was like, why my family is like this?
So I have a question.
How you doing?
I have a question.
We're going about our life.
You said that your grandmother had such a hard time, and yeah, we know that our generation, we are I feel like a lot of us are trying to do things differently from what our grandmothers and them did. I see that all across the board because we see the dysfunction. Like, where did it come from? But my question is, why do y'all think that our grandparents? Where do you think the disconnect came from our grandparents and our great grand? I mean, I know at that stage, slavery kind of was leaving in a way. Wasn't slavery leaving? Slavery itself was leaving, but segregation was kind of still present, I believe. So where did the disconnect come? Because they kind of got what they wanted, which was to be kind of free from slavery. So where did the disconnect come from? Where do y'all think that?
I'm sorry. Harriet Tubman said that I freed 1,000 slaves, but I could have freed 1,000 more, but they didn't know they were slaves. Meaning that some people still have the slavery mentality. Some people see the first slaves that she rescued was not born into slavery. They was brought over. And then they would breed us tremendously so they wouldn't have to go back over to Africa to get more, to buy more of human beings. So from there, if you are on the plantation for a minute and then you have kids on the plantation, they're born into slavery. So they think this is all right, right? They think this is the way of life. Master don't do that to us. Why? Because he's already trained you from birth. This is what you are. This is what you need to be. This is my ownership. So sometimes, even after slavery was even taken away, some people still had the slavery mentality. You know, the old saying, you could take me out the ghetto, but you can't take the hood out of me. And that is so true. I moved to Texas, but I still got Detroit in me all running through me, right? Okay. So I carried it with me. That's where we need therapy at to stop it, the ways of thinking.
So that's what I mean. Like, where did the disconnect? Because if slavery, like I said, was their way of life, once they got out of the slavery and they start, what was the part of the brokenness in the family? Because they already.
I know the brokenness of the family.
Yeah, but you gotta really look at it. Yeah, like even now, you know what I'm saying? It's the way their mind was trained up. You get what I'm saying to you? Although their mother may have got free from slavery, but she had children. You get what I'm saying to you? And because her mind was still in bondage, she raised her children in that bondage with her. Their mind was still bonded up because she only can put in them what she had in her. That's like us. You know what I'm saying? Although our mother and them, we were children as our mother and them struggled or whatever the situation was, but whether they like it or not, they still put in us what they were going through. You know what I'm saying? Whatever their mindset was, that's what they put in us. So that's why it's kind of hard for you to break and lose some of the things that your mother, that you seen happen with your parents. You get what I'm saying to you? Because some of that you was just born into it. You get what I'm saying to you?
I give you a prime example. The way we eat.
Oh, yeah.
The way we eat is actually incorrect. We're not supposed to be eating. We're different. We're different melons of people. And in Genesis, in the Bible, he said, I give you all the herbs, all the plants, everything. He never said meat. Y'all, go in Genesis. He never said meat, which I understand. I love me some meat, but he never said it. I love me some meat, but he never said it, right? Yeah. What is the strongest animal in the jungle that don't eat meat? A gorilla. A gorilla. He gets all his proteins from the plants. He gets all his strength from the plants and the herbs and the fruits and the vegetables. God was already preparing us to say, hey, don't eat that. Don't fall back. Really fall back.
But you know what? That's probably where a lot of this cancer and kidney failure and all these diseases come from that we battle with, because they pumping those animals with so much shit, and then we turn around and
I agree with that. Yeah,
man, I realized that junk was real. I hear the echoing. Yeah,
I would like. Well, I've had the pleasure to eat halal meat. Halal meat. They have a halal grocery market here. Then halal is they pray over their blessed meat before they slaughter it. which makes a lot of sense because we have a system that basically, if you ever go and look at it, how we treat our animals like savages. And if you know about transfer of spirits, just because we're human, animals get it too.
So that's exactly
it's still a living thing. And when you murder them, because that's what you're doing, then that can transfer in our food too. But let me show y'all something. This is why I say the Black community we need more Black therapists, right? So we might. This how I know this. I was watching this documentary and it blew my mind. And they had to find out what happened to the Black community. So what they said was, it was a point of time, there was a surge of Black people moving for work. And I believe they were moving up north. And the developers had caught wind. And they were like, what are we going to do with all these Black people? Because they had saw it. We don't want them to mix in our neighborhood. What are we going to do with all these Black people? So what they did was they created a 16th floor, Good Times, the apartments, the
project.
So in the midst of that, let me show you how this messed us up. Remember, in 1950s and the 40s, we had more Black men in the house marrying women. They had families. They felt proud. They felt proud. They felt strong. They felt like they were men, right? Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do: create families, build kingdoms, build great foundations. But somewhere we lost the message. So here, y'all, they say they did a 16-foot project, right? They built by five of them. Now, if you live on the 16th floor and you got a child, and they going downstairs to play with their friend, you're not going down there 16th floor flights with no elevator. You're not doing that to watch your child. So it was a lot of unsupervised kids. Then you have the HUD. What was that? Was it HUD or was it?
HUD is over the house.
You couldn't bring no men in the house. You couldn't bring no men. We're talking about 4 of these 16 floors, and you can't bring a father in the house because you're taking government assistance. So what do you think that do to us? It creates broken homes. And now you have all these strong women trying to make it single parents in a 16. You had a lot of women in those projects. And guess what? Till this day, it's still going on. Breaking homes by laws and systems. Yeah. You know it.
The breakdown sounds just about right.
Your husband and your man, if you get any type of assistance or any type of, you got to hide them because you're gonna lose it.
That's how it is now.
That's how it is now. So they continue to bring that along, and now we're still raising kids without fathers because we can't even let them in the house.
That's sad.
Not if you need no help from them.
Damo, what's your take on this therapy situation?
It's definitely necessary. I don't know why we made it a part of the not norm to need it, because there's a tremendous amount of people that need it. We need it. Like, there's a lot of broken people in the world that need it. And we done made it like it's you got to be crazy or something is wrong with you or you're not normal in order for you to need it. And it's like, no, man, the Black race is a broken race of people. And it don't just start in my household, your household. Like Tanisha said, it goes generations back. My daddy came from South America. He was a Guyanese. He was Black mixed with Creole. I don't know nothing about his history. He never wanted to talk about it. Like, my uncles and them would talk about going back, visiting there. He never wanted to go back. They would be like, well, Charlie, are you ever going to take the girls back? He never wanted to even think about his history and where he came from. He never spoke on it. Like, it was not nothing to be discussed. I think my first time ever seeing a picture of his father was in his obituary.
Wow.
time I ever heard of my father's father
Your grandfather. Mm-hmm.
was in an obituary.
Jesus. I don't
And it was
under
like,
what is
Oh, I
so
got something
scary.
for y'all.
What? Why though? What is the? Why don't they want to tell? Or do you think they're
I
ashamed?
don't know. Oh no. You
Do you
know,
think they're
I pushed
ashamed?
that button. I was in my granddaddy's house, didn't even know he was my granddaddy.
But that's it. Be
What?
like that
Yes.
sometimes. I don't know who my granddaddy is, and my grandma won't tell us.
One day, my grandma, we go to see this man named Mr. RD. We go to see him. He lived right around the corner. I never knew she married him. I didn't know that. I didn't never know that was my auntie's daddy. I get it over there, and my two cousins are with me, and he hands them money. And I'm like, well, why he ain't hand me money? I come over here more than they do. And I went back and told my grandma, and she was like, she cussed him out, but I don't know why she cussed him out. I was like, why he giving them money? He ain't give me none. What happened, Mom? Why he don't like me? And she never. So one day when he was in his 80s, I was like, yo, I need to go see that man. I don't see him. Don't start no mess. Start what?
it was considered don't start no mess.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
But it was always swept up under the rug.
Yeah.
Like my father experienced that in his life. Because one day I asked him about my grandfather, right? I've heard everybody tell me about his daddy, but I never heard him talk about his daddy. And hell, when he told me the story, I said, I see why you don't talk about this man, because my daddy said he went to his daddy's store every day. Okay, spent money and dealt with this man every day, and never knew that was damn daddy.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this man financially took care of my father though, because he lived with his grandmother and his grandfather. You know, his grandmother. So his father would financially, take care of him, but he had a wife and two children.
I was about to say, he probably had a wife.
He couldn't take my daddy home to his wife. You feel me? Yeah. So now you have me with an uncle and an auntie in Georgia with a son, and my daddy, his brother, sisters only got one child apiece. They all three of them. So I got a cousin, right in Georgia, where the miss where all my daddy's side of family live at in Georgia, but I got like a whole nother set of family down there that, you get what I'm saying to you? And like you say, Damo, my daddy, he never want to go back.
He didn't want to, maybe like 2 or 3 days before his funeral, his sister called, and it was like, a sister, I never heard of this sister. And she was on the phone just crying. She like, I haven't saw Charlie. Charlie left here 50 years ago, 40 years ago. That was the last time I seen him. And it was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, my daddy had been back in like 30, but he went to go bury his brother like 2 years ago. And I didn't think, because he didn't go back for his grandmother's funeral. Not like he wouldn't never go back, but I can understand why our relationship was the way it was with me coming up, because it was very easy for him to be in the household with me, because I would be in the household with my father, but he wouldn't acknowledge me. Because man, you don't know now, my aunties and them seen about me. I was always with my daddy's side of the family, lived with him, baby, all that. Grandma kept me. I'm talking about all that. Lived with my daddy's side of the family. But my father would not acknowledge me in the household. You wouldn't even know my daddy lived there. You know what I'm saying? He'd be right in the basement, like, he never interacted. No, nothing. You get what I'm saying to you? And that just went on my whole life.
Well, you know what? You're right, because Uncle Tiny, he stayed downstairs. He didn't come up too much.
Yeah, but even though for me to be his child in the household, he did not interact with me as his child. And he knew I was there, but
guess what? He don't know how. He didn't know how to be a father.
But remember, his daddy did it to him and thought it was normal. So for him to do it to me, to think it was normal. But in the sad part about it is, hell, I think me and him both need therapy.
No, for real.
It's so necessary, because there are some pieces missing in our lives, and I don't know about y'all, but there's some things that we want answers to.
I do.
There's some closure, that you need, like, because it's stopping you from being the best version of yourself.
That's
Because
it.
every time you reach a place in life and you feel like you're getting ready to climb over this hump, you find yourself falling back because it's still something in you
That's
that you're
missing.
missing. You still feel like it's something they're missing.
Yeah, yeah.
Dom,
So
I can truly say I don't know my father. I heard stories about him. They say I look just like him. He might be alive. I heard I got a brother and a sister out here that's a little bit older than me. I don't know this man. I hear my auntie say, "You look just like your daddy." And I said, "Auntie, that ain't fair to me." I said, "I need you to say that out your mouth because I don't know this man." I said, and all my life, I never wondered. I never asked a question. Remember the time we had that talk in the car? I never asked the question because I had so many strong women around me that actually reflected like strong men. So it was no need to ask those questions, who my daddy is, because these women were holding it down, running things. So, and then it was common to walk in another woman's house, another girlfriend or friend house, and not see a father. Am I right?
You're
So
right.
It was nothing to talk about because that's a sad thing that goes on in the Black
And
community.
we've made it so
Too common.
It's too common.
It's too common.
It should not be. It should not be.
Do you know? Do you know how odd it is? For my nieces and my little sister and like just kids around me to come over places like my house and my auntie house because there's a man there, and it seemed like they just feel it feels good because it's like, yo, it's a dude here, but they don't really know how to react to it. It's like it's authority here. Like men have a different type of authority that is way beyond us. Cause we act tough and I'm whoop you, I'm a yada yada. But when a man says something, it's like they whole just like they just
it's the echo.
That vibe, like you said, that vibration just hit differently. And I was just gonna say, I know, like for me, I don't know about Arkita, but with us in our situation of just dad being, not being here, had passed away and things, I know it's like a different type of void. You know what I mean? Like there's a void here, and I can never really explain it. Like I was just telling my husband, like I have a whole stepdad. You know what I mean? That was in my life my whole life. That was great.
But see, let me ask y'all a question, because y'all know this Binky's sister, right?
Who? My blood sister.
This is Binky's sister on her dad's side up here, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so beautiful. This is a question I want to ask. If it's too personal, cut me off, please. Okay? Because I just want to, because I know Binky's situation, with y'all dad. Did you have a relationship with y'all dad?
Yeah, I mean, he died when I was 4, so my memory is kind of, iffy. But I remember him. I mean,
wait, so you one of the twins?
No, the twins are new. The twins never saw him ever. They were in his stomach. She the first child.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah, so like all I have is his memory. I was 4, so I don't really remember much. But he was there. He was around. I still have vague memories. But after he passed, I was raised with a single mom. She had to do what she had to do. With no help. So
okay,
yeah, absolutely.
One thing I noticed though is because I feel like he wasn't there. Like his family did a really, really, really good job and trying to keep us together. But even in that, he still wasn't there. So it was only so much that they could do. So as we got older, we still, have aunties and different people that we can come together and, meet up with. But it's still like, it's all that they could do. Yeah, like, so it's like a void because I feel like us as siblings could be a lot closer. You know what I mean? If we had him.
You know what I did, y'all?
Yeah, that's crazy too. Looking at y'all on the screen, y'all look like him in 2 totally different ways.
Yeah, I see y'all knows. But you know
what?
That's why how y'all flip your hair, y'all both do the same thing when y'all do like that. So yeah, y'all got some
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hey, let me tell you what I did, y'all. Since I don't know who I am, my last name has no blood relationship to me. All this time I thought it did and never did. When I was born, my mama was already married to someone else. So I copped her married name.
Mm.
So my name is
Wow.
actually just T. Really,
Okay.
actually. So my last name has never had a blood relation. So I had to ask those questions from my grandma. I'm like, who am I? For real though. Seriously. How far do we go back? And she went back and she let me know that we are Crosbys. I never knew it was Crosbys. And my granddaddy's Killians. We're Irish, half Irish as well too. But I never knew those things like that. So me, what I did, because I look at my son and I see me, I barely look like my mama. And I was like, I gotta give my son something before I leave this earth. So I decided to take an ancestry test.
Okay.
And I took that test. I'm waiting on the results. And I signed up to find my siblings. Yeah. And we're gonna see how that goes, because I have to bless him with something. He just can't say, all I knew was my grandmother's. I don't want to give him that. I want to give him more. I want to give him where your tribe come from, where you come. This is who you are.
Yeah.
And if I can do that, then that actually helps me with the generational curse.
Yeah, cause you got to know, cause again, you don't want to send a broken man out into this world, telling him to raise a family. You know what I'm saying? Because what do we have to rely back on? Like you said, though, you get what I'm saying to you. You don't know who your daddy is, and you know what I'm saying. Then the situation with him and his daddy, you get what I'm saying to you. So it's crazy. All of this is,
and he don't know who his daddy. His daddy don't know who his daddy is. So
I have another question. I got another question in regards to men, because I feel like men need therapy way beyond us, because we more sensitive. We can break down. You know, we can. We are there. We know how to talk it out amongst people. Whatever. Far as men and therapy, what do you think their first steps are? Because I feel like a lot of men vent to their woman. You know what I mean? In a sense. But what do you? Far as our Black men, what can us as women do outside of being their woman? Because you can't tell a woman everything, but just, you know, communicating amongst other men, or just therapy in general, reaching out to actual therapists. What do y'all think that men, either we can do for men, or men in general need to do to kind of get their mind right? Because they're the head and they're all to meet. Well, not all, but majority of them are falling. They're stumbling. They're not playing their role, and it's affecting us women and the children that they're creating.
Well, first they gotta get out their own way. They got to get out their own way.
Right. It's ego. You can't have ego.
They got to put the ego down, and they got to make a decision. Is it work? I mean, come on now. You know you broken, man. Come on. Let's keep this real. You know you broken. Come on. And I understand as a man, it's hard to communicate to another man about being broken.
I think for Black men in general, it's just hard for them to communicate at all.
Yeah.
To me.
Get out your way.
It's a lot of stuff.
It probably seemed like I've been quiet this whole time. I've been over here like, yeah,
They need to get out their way. Like that's why
it's that pride barrier.
Dude,
men have
pride.
Men have that pride barrier. That is something vicious, y'all. It's vicious. And again, I'm only saying, like, because I'm around majority of Black people. It's our Black men, like the pride that our Black men hold. It's starting to trickle down into our young boys, because it's something that's just in a man. I can't really put my finger on it, because I can tell you what I think a man should be, the way I feel like a man should think. But in reality, all I know how to do is be a woman. And that's it. I can't tell a man, you know what I'm saying, what emotions he should feel. I can't tell him the way he should feel. Like, for example, yes, as Black women, we have it hard. You know what I'm saying? That's a given. But I couldn't imagine what it's like being a Black man, being stopped by a police officer, and you're not knowing within the next 30 seconds to 5 minutes with just a basic police stop if you're going to be killed or will you walk away. I couldn't imagine what that feeling is. I couldn't in a million years, like, even fathom the thought of that. Like, my police stop is, I'm being pulled over, they're going to write me a ticket and I'm moving forward. For a Black man, you have, like, stepping out of your door every day, there's a thought that comes into a black man's head that I may not make it home. Like,
That need to
what?
stop. That really need to stop.
It does. And it's like, what avenues do we have in place? Or, you know what I'm saying? What
I know
things
the
are in
avenues.
place? What things are in place so that we don't feel this way? Even with our black, it's just our black community, our education system. Like, it's everything. Like, people say, why are black people so angry? Or y'all hold this slavery thing, like, let it go already. Can you imagine being taken away from your wife, being sold, somebody having sex with you, you having babies, you being taken, like, drug away from your family?
Maybe.
That's a hurt that's so hard to recover from. It's a hurt when you a mom that got to take your kids to daycare for the first time, and you got to leave these kids at the daycare. You having a hissy fit in your car on your way to start your new job. So to have a person rip you away from all of what you know, you know what I'm saying? That's a hurt. That's, man, it's a hurt that I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine what it was like to live in those slavery days. I couldn't imagine the black and white separation where we couldn't use certain bathrooms. Like, literally, you're turned away. You couldn't read a book. You got caught reading a book. You were beat to death. You got caught trying to stand in a line talking about you were voting. You were beat to death. Like, what?
And that wasn't long ago. That was just almost, that wasn't long ago.
And it's like, yes, our people need
40?
therapy. We do, because it's a hurt that's so instilled in us internally. Like, it doesn't just start with these relationships that we have with men. It don't just start with these relationships that you have with women. This shit is an internal hurt that, like, it was like a curse on the black race of people. I used to wonder, like, why black men, they so angry all the time. They Facebooked up. You know what I'm saying? You don't really hear a black man give a compliment. And it's because they have a hurt so embedded in them that I don't think I can even ever understand it.
Have y'all watched the movie The Butler?
I agree, Damo.
It's deep.
Have we watched what movie?
Have y'all watched the movie Daniel Smith movie The Butler?
Yes.
I remember that movie, but it was like so long ago.
It was long ago, but
that was so good.
That was beautiful. Sat down Sunday, and me and my daughter Brianna was watching that movie. That movie was so good because exactly what we're talking about now, where the son, they were on the plantation, right? And this little boy watched the master come out and take his mama into the house and rape his mother. And he heard his mother screaming and hollering. And he went to run after his mom. His daddy grabbed him and said, "Boy, don't you do that." So his daddy trying to convince him of all the reason why he shouldn't go help his mother. So when the white man come back out, the little boy looked at his daddy. He said, "Daddy, what you gonna do about that?" So the man, to prove his manhood to his son, all he did was call that white man's name. That white man turned around and shot him in his head and killed him in front of his son because he went in there and raped his mother. You get what I'm saying to you? So this little boy grew up right after they killed his mother. Killed his father. His mother lost her mind. So the old white lady said, "Well, you know what? Stop crying. I'm gonna make you a house nigga." So she took him from the field and took him into the house to work in the house. So he became a house nigga. So this how he knew how to be a butler, because he was trained from a little boy up into this. But this is the thing. He ended up leaving the plantation and everything. They let him go. He ended up going out on his own and whatever. Got a wife, got 2 kids, and ended up being a butler in the White House. Okay. The problem came in his house because his oldest son was against what they were doing to black people. So he wanted to be a freedom rider. But his daddy was so trained up and so damn scared of the white man He tried to instill that into his son, but his son was rebelling against it. So here you got his daddy over here serving a white man. Yes, mister. Yes, mister. Then you got the son over here breaking the law in jail. All of this. The presidents know about it. You know what I'm saying? It was just so crazy how this little boy wanted to rebel against what his daddy was telling him. You get what I'm saying to you? But he still grew up to have that slave mentality. And he wanted to instill it in his son, but his son rebelled against him. You get what I'm saying to you? How that generational curse just keeps going and going and going and going. And although we want to change it, because he knew as a little boy what that white man was doing to his mama wasn't right, and he wanted his daddy to stand up. But at the same time, you went out into this world to still serve that white man.
Yeah. It was kind of like a lose-lose.
That's what I'm saying. So we can know right from wrong. You get what I'm saying to you? But our mind is so trained up in this area, we still going this way, although we even know it ain't right. You get what I'm saying to you? Because what was instilled in us, that fear was put in him. When his son went to jail for the first time, his son wanted to go to school in the South. He did not want his son to go back to school in the South because he was so scared of the South, because everything he endured in the South. You get what I'm saying to you? They had put that much fear in him. He tried to put that fear in his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have to watch what we are embedding in our children. We got to watch the surroundings. We keeping them in, because you may not be physically telling them this and this and that and that and that and this, but what they see is kind of what they get.
That's
you get
it.
What I'm saying to you?
That's it. I think kids actually pay attention to pay more attention to what they see than what you tell them. I watched a video with the woman. She like patted her head and rubbed her stomach or something. And she was like, "Hey son, pat your stomach and rub your head." And he like, "What?" Like he just was kept doing what she doing. And she's telling him, no, she was like, "You need to jump when I say jump." And she just kept doing this, and he just kept following her. She like, "Son, jump when I say jump." And he just kept doing. She like, "Why you not listening to me?" He like, "What, Mom? I'm doing what you said." Now this is a teenage. He like 17, 18, 19. She like, "Son, I said jump when I say jump." And he literally, she stopped doing it. She said, "Son, I said jump when I say jump." He jumped. He talking about, "Man, Mom's doing what I saw you do." She said, "That's my point. You doing what you seeing me doing instead of doing what you hear me telling you to do." So we literally have to live by example. We cannot.
The mind, y'all, is some dangerous to be tampering with.
Yeah.
If you think a person is weak physically, imagine what that mental state is like. Like the mental state is so many thoughts. And I don't know about y'all, but this mental state of mine at 33, my mind runs so rapid all day, every day. And I feel like I got control of myself. So for a person who has these thoughts running in and out all day with no self-control, where do you think they gonna go, or what do you think they gonna do? When a person go out here and commit a crime, I always try to be the voice of reason. What led up to it? Where did it come from? Why did it happen? Because something led up to this. I got my god sister. Her son killed his father. And y'all, she was one of the most beautifulest, y'all. She was a great ass mom. They were great husband and wife. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? Like, what took place? That mental is something to be reckoned with. I don't know if y'all ever did it, but a thought comes in your head, right? And if you're not strong enough to dismiss it, you will find yourself acting on it and be like, "Dang, man, I shouldn't even did that." You can have a person who in line in front of you and they step on your foot, and your man would be like, slap their ass to the ground. And you would be like, that don't sound like such a bad idea. But then your subconscious come in and be like, "Oh no, because this could get out of hand if I go and act on impulse." But think about how many people have these thoughts rapidly running and don't know how to stop them.
Everybody.
Go ahead, Marquita, you can go.
So I was saying, that's the one thing about therapy. So that's one thing that I really learned about going to therapy is before you just stick with that first thought, stop, take a second, and you got to retrain your mind. So the way you think, you have to if you're thinking a negative thought, stop what you're thinking and reprogram yourself. Basically, and then therapy, they actually give you tools, ways to like, separate your thoughts.
Some
It's just,
people,
yeah.
some
Can
people
I ask
can't
you a
do
question, Marquita?
that. Some people
Yeah.
can't do that.
If it's not too personal, what made you decide to go to therapy? What did something transpire in your life, or did you just say enough is enough? You need to talk.
Like, it was like nothing major happened. It was nothing that major happened, but I just figured like I wanted to work on myself personally. I really started going for my relationship issues, but talking to her, just uncovered some things about myself that I had to work on. Like, you got to better yourself before you can be good for anybody else.
Ooh.
That is so true.
That was the main reason why I started going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, right? Who do we talk to?
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
But I'm just saying though.
And
everybody don't have a relationship with God.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So when you get in these challenging moments and situations begin to press you, and who do you talk to? A lot of us talk to our damn self.
Person that you trust. You talk to somebody.
But I'm just saying, a lot of us
who you
talk to ourselves.
Who you gonna go to?
Huh?
For real. Who would you go to? For real. Like, would you go to your mom?
I can't. Somebody got their phone close to the computer.
Would you go to your mom? Or would you go to you got a best friend?
No, because I'm telling you, I'm telling you flat out about me. When I have situations, I talk to myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I do. I play out the situations in my own little old head and try to figure it out and try to get through it. And I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked her what was the reason for her saying that therapy was needed. You get what I'm saying to you? Because I feel like at the point I'm at now to make my next step in life, you know what I'm saying? To go to my next level, I think therapy would be good for me. You get what I'm saying to you?
I get it. I get it.
Because not everybody around me is dealing with what I'm dealing with. You get what I'm saying to you? Everybody haven't dealt what I dealt with. And
who do you talk to?
Yeah.
Because people think because I'm married, oh, you got a husband. Talk to him. No, nigga.
So are you asking everybody?
I can't say to him.
Are you asking everybody who do they talk to? Is that your question?
Yeah, I'm like, who do you talk to? Like,
I mean, I'm just saying, don't get me wrong.
Because some of the shit she was the issue for. So
yeah, because I can't listen. I'm gonna start with me. I talk to myself and I talk to God. You get what I'm saying to you? Because I find a lot of times when I call people and I try to conversate with people about situations that's going on within my life, I'm not saying they necessarily get judgmental on me. You get what I'm saying to you? But sometimes I feel like people don't feel that I should be having a breakdown. You get what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Like I should always be the strong one, always standing strong and can hear it out and figure it out. But sometimes this one right here, it gets tired. You understand?
Some people don't want you to have a breakdown because they depend on you so much.
And I get it. You feel what I'm saying to you? And I get it. And it happens. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you need somebody to let off phone. You know what I'm saying? And I don't I'm not gonna say I don't have that, but I just want to let off freely. You get what I'm saying to you? I don't feel like nobody is trying to figure out, well, damn, is she happy with him, or damn, is them kids really on her nerve, or do she really got it going on, and what they ain't got no money this month, or you know what I'm saying? Like I got time for that.
I feel you.
Let me just say what I got to say, because there might be some things that just stuffed down in there that I need to just let out and free myself. So yeah,
definitely.
I talk to myself and I talk to God. Who you talk to, Vicky?
You can let Damo go. She was already in the midst. Go ahead, Damo. Who you talk to, Damo?
Yo, I talk to God a lot, and it's only because I established a relationship with him. So, like I pray a lot, it's a lot of times I got to pray a lot, y'all, like in about some small stuff and even about some big stuff because like in the beginning of 2020, I had started going to counseling because I felt like I was doing okay, but it was like something in me, like okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Everybody tells me that I have no emotions, like things that would normally affect the average person. It don't bother me. Like I
Yeah,
don't show
me too.
remorse. Like when maybe if something is going on or maybe I hurt somebody's feelings, I don't have that like, oh, I'm sorry,
Empathy.
I shouldn't have did that, or you
Empathy.
know what I'm saying. And it's not that I don't care about people's feelings, it's just that it's not in me. The emotional side is just not there. And I was wondering, like, for a long time, like, why am I this way? Like, there has to be a reason. And it was like I went digging on my own, like, okay, got it that my dad wasn't there, but what is it that make me feel this way? And I started going and opening up and talking because y'all, I don't cry. Like, um, nothing that would make you feel like a woman, I do. I don't do it. Like it's just not a part of me. And everybody be like, oh man, maybe you will grow out of it. And it's been like this since I was a little girl. Like grown into this grown 33-year-old woman. I'm still this way. I'm not affectionate. I don't hug. And it like how a person can be like, oh, I tried to hug you and you pulled away. And it don't be me intentionally like, ugh, I don't want her touching me. I'm just not that type of person. Like even with my kids, y'all, and I start feeling like it became a problem because my last two kids are girls, 3 and 4. And my daughter will fall and I'd be like, get up, ain't nothing wrong with you. You ain't hurt, get up. Or she might come and be crying about something. And be like, shut up, ain't nothing wrong with you. You good. Shake it off. Like, you okay. And it was like, damn, I done start seeing like I've instilled it in my 4-year-old daughter because she don't have emotions. Kid, or you can whoop her or pop her and it does nothing to her. Like a whooping, she'll stand there and look at you. It don't hurt. Like, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, man. I'm messed up. And now I'm messing my daughter up. Cause the other little kids, they tripping, they falling, they whining. Or even like I can see Desha, she hugs her daughter a lot. I don't hug. I just don't do it. And it's like, damn, I done seen my daughter like come crawl up on me and reach for a hug and they be like, oh, okay, she on me. But get off of me. I don't want you on me. And it's like, damn, like, is it something wrong with me? But that's
I got a
me. Like,
question. Did you find out like what was the root of that?
no,
Like, did you get down to the bottom of why you act that way?
no.
Did you stay in therapy or did you quit going?
I stopped going because of the COVID and I said I was gonna pick it back up, but
see, that's what I'm saying. Like we listen, we talk to God. You get what I'm saying to you? Kind of what Tanisha said. I think God handles our spiritual, but we need someone to handle this mental. Kind of like the movie Evil we watch. How you had the priest. You feel me? Because he represented the spiritual side, but they also when he got someone that can handle the mental side. You get what I'm saying to you? Because we got to figure it out. Is it spiritual? Is it mental? It's a thin line between them, y'all, but it's a line there, And we want to make our mental so spiritual. We want to make our spiritual so mental, but it got to be some type of separation in there.
Okay.
I've seen mental health attend church.
You said who, cuz?
I said I just seen the mental health attend church.
Oh hell, I ain't gonna speak on that.
Okay. She's who you talk to.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Myself. It's gonna have to be guiding myself. I'm gonna have to orchestrate my thoughts and have them lead the way. Yeah, I agree with Nika. Same thing. Cause who else am I gonna talk to?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without somebody trying to judge it.
Yeah.
Marquita, what else besides the therapy do you talk to? Do you just talk to the therapist now? Or are you open enough now because of therapy to talk to others?
I'm opening up more to like expressing how I really feel about stuff. Because I'm the type of person where if something bothers me, I might just, I'm pretty passive. I'm a passive type of person.
Yeah.
So if something bothers me, I just might not say nothing. I just be like, oh, okay, oh well, whatever. But now I learned that, it's my what I'm trying to say. What I feel matters. You know what I'm saying? And it's important to let somebody else know that.
Yeah.
And I'm not wrong for me trying to express the way I feel about something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. You know what? My my dude kind of wrapped my back about that. And we kind of separate. We got two different ways when that comes in, because he's very open about how he feel about something. Like he's going to stop and tell you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, but me, like you say, I'm passive with it. He always be like, no, you need to let them know. What? You call them right now and tell them. And I'll be like, no, it's going to be okay. God going to have me. Like, yeah, God going to have it. But you need to handle it too. You got to handle your part. And over the years, I have come to agree with him on that, because I hold too much in. You feel me? And then that littlest thing that person can do, baby, can blow the roof off the house.
Yeah.
And you be looking like, they ain't do nothing, but I'm still all this other stuff bubbling up in me that done took place because I didn't express myself.
That's why you got to get it out. And then you doing it for you. You're not doing it for nobody else. You're doing it to help yourself. No matter how somebody may feel, even if it is something that you got to say that they don't like, I mean, you got to do it for you, so you don't hold this up in you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think this was a good topic, because I was looking at Ready. I'm a TV person. I was looking at Ready to Love on all, and the young lady, they was, talking. The young lady and the young man was talking, and she was telling him how she put herself in therapy because, like you said, she wanted to be a better person and she needs to get to the root of some things. And then you had this grown man just bust out crying. And he was like, just sitting here talking to you, was like it enlightened, some things for myself. He said, because I really have been contemplating on therapy. He said, but I didn't want nobody to think that I was crazy because I was going to therapy. You get what I'm saying? He was like, but I really feel like I need me a therapist. So when Vicky called, when Vicky put in our group chat that you wanted to talk about that, I said, dang, I just seen that on TV. A grown man broke down crying, saying he didn't want nobody to think he was crazy, but he really wanted to talk to somebody. He wanted a therapist.
So I watched this a long time ago, but Waka Flocka and Tammy, his wife or whatever, Waka Flocka was saying like he wanted to go to therapy. He wanted her to go with him, but his mama all like, "What you want to go to therapy for? What you need therapy for?" And she, he like, y'all, like, I just need to talk to somebody that is non-biased. I don't want to talk to you, Ma, about me and my wife's relationships or the things that I do or just whatever. I don't want to talk to you, Ma. You biased. I don't want to talk to her mama. I don't want to talk to her friends. I just want to talk. You know what I'm saying? But his mama, that's crazy. You going to therapy, making him feel some type of way. And then his wife, she went, but she just was so like nonchalant, like, Dominique, how you say you feel you are. She listened, but she was like, I mean, I heard what the man was saying and I got you, but I'm still kind of gonna do things my own way. You know what I mean? I hear what you're saying. And my premise is, I think with therapy, like I was saying from the beginning, for me, I think it'll help me because I know there are issues. You know what I mean? And like T say, I do have a husband. I do talk to him about some things, but sometimes he's the person that I want to talk about. You know what I mean? So for me, I talk to God a lot. Like Dominique said, within 2020, I feel like my relationship with God has grown tremendously because of the things, being in the same house 24/7, you know what I'm saying? Different things that is going on. So God, Erin that came on, for her to be so young, that is somebody I call all the time, but I think it's more so because of her spiritual side and her maturity. It's like she can give me things that, you know what I'm saying? She tries to stay biased as well. She never, she knows the both of us, but she also tries to, you know what I'm saying, exclude herself and see everyone's point of view. And she sometimes tell me, hey, Shay, you wrong. You know what I mean? You did, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's also sweet it gives me that sweetness that I need. You know what I mean? I'm always like you say, T, around a bunch of hard, rough women, or hey, you better, you know what I mean? And I be needing somebody that to calm my spirit and my woman side down, and you know what I mean, be sweet. I even told Marquita the other day, I said, you so sweet. Every time I'm on the phone with you, you talk to your kids sweet. What do you need, honey? You know, she not on the phone like honey to her kids, but she just, yeah, what do you need? Okay, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just like, dang, you hear me over here like, what? Sit down, stop. You know,
because that's how we was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I want that sweetness. I hopefully going to, you know what I'm saying, talk to somebody. Maybe I'll try to get that rockness and that hardness, break it some, and get tender and embrace the sweetness and know that it's not bad to be sweet sometimes and to be.
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you this about that being tendering up as a woman and getting your sweetness in. You have to be put in a position for that to evolve and to come out. You get what I'm saying to you? The environment, the tone, all of that has to be set for you to release, so those things can begin to flourish in you. Okay, and I'm just talking from my own experience, because I came to my relationship hard as a rock, flat out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just getting to the point now, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's I don't want to say a comfortability level, but I just think that for me, the tone has to be set. You get what I'm saying to you, for that side of you to come out and can flourish. You get what I'm saying to you? And that's like building with you and your mate.
I think it's a generational thing too as well. Like we so used to like, okay, we gotta be the strong black woman, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we gotta be so hard, but we don't have to do that. You know, we don't always have to do that.
Yeah.
That's just what we was instilled.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
But I think the ones that we with have to make us feel we have to be that security has to be there before we release all of that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying to you? I have to know that
you
know this is that and that is this before I can just release, and that strong black woman and all that can fall. You know what I'm saying to you?
No, for real.
You know, I agree. Let me tell you, Ben, I know my job. They sent me to a leadership class in Denver, and one of the things we had to face was vulnerability. And I almost had a anxiety attack because I've always been taught to be tough. Vulnerability where I'm from means weakness, right? And it kind of, until this day, I still have not went and did what they want me to do, because in my mind, I don't give a fuck about what they think about me. That's what I'm thinking. So we're there. So they like, no, T, no. It was so bad. I had to call the leader and like, I don't want to do this. And she was like, why? I said, because these people don't know me. I don't know them. Why would I want to be vulnerable to them? You know? And she was like, it's not about, she said, think about vulnerability as strength. And I'm like, how? She said, first of all, you're breaking barriers. And you're getting things out of your mind and basically facing and conquering. And I was like, so what I want you to do, in order for me to be a supervisor, I have to go to every supervisor, every manager, and ask them how they think I am as a person. Who gonna do that? I still have not done that. And it was so bad. My manager, he was like, get out your way. He said, you in your own way. He said, until you do this, you're not going no farther than this. You're going to have to get out your way. So now my next step is to send emails and ask them how they think about me. You don't know me. That's how I think in my head. You don't know. She's like, no, that's called vulnerability, because you might need to hear this.
Yeah.
From somebody else.
Yeah.
That don't know you. So your friends are laughing, smiling your face. And you're going to be like, oh, girl, that's just you.
Yeah.
But when you got somebody outside looking in,
yeah,
they can tell you how you portray yourself, a brand, without them even knowing you.
Yeah.
So they said that first, someone's perception of you is the most important.
Yeah, hey, them leadership classes, cuz I know a thing or two about them. I done took about 4 of them. You hear me?
No,
Man,
thank you.
what?
No.
And I be in them bugs like you say, who the hell are these people? I don't, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But at the end of the day,
It worked. It's
and it matters though.
It
It
matters
matters
because it does
because
not,
what
like,
we fail to realize is what people think about you. It does matter. It does.
like if I ask Dom, how you?
Baron jumped on there and said,
He makes me
You
sick.
know, I'm like, you serious? And I had to tell him, I was like, yo, and they put me in an office, yo, and I was like, you don't know me, and I'm telling the head big dogs, like, nah, I'm not doing that, man. You want me to go ask these strangers?
Yeah.
When I'm a leader myself, I'm handling shit on my end. I don't give a care what they think about me.
Hey, I'm top
That's what
dog.
they
I
say,
don't
but
need
your
care.
picture's in their hands.
But
How
it
you gonna
matters
feel?
though. At the end of the day, it do matter though.
It matters. It
It
matters.
do.
matters.
It matters. It
So I
matters.
did.
But then again, I
So
can
this is
kind of
what I did.
understand why they said send the email out and why it's called vulnerability.
Well, email right now is virtue. That's the only way we can do it. Send an invite to have a conversation about.
No, I'm saying I understand why they asked you to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna say I would have did it easily, but you wording it that way, I understand why they want you to.
Yeah.
No. So when I went to Denver, she made me go to 3. No, it was a whole class people that I know I would never talk to. I'm not that type, but I just knew I would never walk up to them and say, you know, you look like my brother redneck. I'm not going. I don't see me every day coming up to people like that, even though I'm a kind person. But not to ask you how you think about me. Get out of here, man. Are you serious? But however, I went to them, and they had to give me 3 or 4 things after just being around me a couple of days of what they think about me.
Yeah. Well, imagine somebody having to do a survey on you and only done had a 5-minute conversation on you. My parents at the school always had to do a survey on me. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I used to be like,
you gotta take that. You gotta take
for 5 minutes, but you know.
But you know what? That's I can feel that though. I can feel that. I can feel that because I was just having a conversation with a young lady and we were talking about the child care field and the home health aid field. And I was saying how easy it is for a person to get in there, right? You get in there, you sit down, you do an interview. You can be whoever you want to be in the interview. You know what I'm saying? I can print up some documents. I can make you think, you know, on black and white. I'm here for it. And then you mess around and you put me in this position and you find out I don't like kids. I can't stand crying. I don't want to be changing these diapers. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel that. It kind of gives you, it makes you get a feel for, is this really what you want to do? Is this really what you have a passion for? Because if I interview you to tell you what type of person you is, hey, you may have a client that come in here and want to tell you how you is. Can you handle that? You know what I'm saying? Because today I might be a good person. You might get the good, happy, sweet Karen Dominique today. Nah, because I might have had a long night. Tomorrow you may not get.
I think they just want you to sit there and see how you're gonna react.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
They want to see
That's
how
all.
you're gonna trick. It's gonna
That
trick
is
you.
it. They want to know if you can take dealing with, especially dealing with the public, because everybody is not gonna have the same view of you. And can you handle criticism? And how would you handle it? What would be your response to someone criticizing you in the way you do your job? I'm telling you, it used to be crazy, and I used to flip out all the time. But
what field you in, Tanisha?
Hmm?
What field are you in?
I am in IT repair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can you deal with some crazy people like me? Because when I
deal
call
with
baby,
especially right now,
baby, and this TV go out, I'll be ready to blow my lid on them people I be talking to.
Oh, you know what? But see, I'm really good with people, and I really I have a heart for the mental health. I really do. I have a heart for the mental health, and being in that field, I remember the director would come up to me and she would say, how do you do this? She said, how do you calm them down? How do you calm them down when they go out of? I said the only way I can calm them down because I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the spirit that makes them do that.
Can y'all see? Hey, y'all. Hey.
He's talking about, can we see? Yeah, we can see you good.
He want to be a part of something.
But yeah, just being in that field, just seeing it hands-on in the hood. I see mental health all the time.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt y'all.
Shut the door,
baby. You just understand a lot, y'all. But
okay, then.
You know what I learned being in the field?
What you learned?
That the most craziest people were the
staff.
Normal people. The most craziest people in that field was the normal people.
Yeah.
For real.
At least the mental health knew they had a problem. And I would have more issues with the normal people that work with me than the mental health people.
Guess what?
That's what I'm saying.
Because half the people working in places be nutty as a buddy. Bless they soul.
Yeah.
I would have confrontation with people that was normal than the ones that would come in and say, hey, how you doing, Miss T? How you doing today? Today is a great day. Yes, it is a great day.
Yeah.
They just
want to I can deal with that. The other people, the people that we consider to be normal is the ones that's out of whack.
Yeah.
I think this has been a very good topic, Marquita. We do appreciate you for bringing this topic on the floor and joining us on this week.
Thank y'all for having me. I had a good time.
Okay, nice meeting you too.
Yes.
You still Detroit?
Y'all know what?
Yeah.
Y'all know what I want to talk about next week?
What?
Let's talk about sex.
Binky, go find my sister too.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
What you want to talk about?
Let's talk about all the good things.
No, for real.
Let's talk about sex.
Because somebody brought this topic to me, and they wanted to know about having sex. When you have someone that you're with, is it okay to tell them that you don't want to have sex, or you're not feeling like that, or are you obligated to sex with that person because you are in a relationship with them? So when
if it's your husband or your wife, yeah, but just the boyfriend.
No, you're not. The Bible said you're not though, so that's a good topic. The Bible said you are not to deny your partner.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Bullcrap, right?
Yeah,
no, y'all laughing, but that's really what it is.
If you married, yeah.
But just my boyfriend
or no. If I don't even want to, I took my ass up sleep. I don't care.
I'm not about to play with them.
Hey, I'll be asking that question. Do you want me alive or dead? Do you want me engaged or you want
me up? Wake me up.
I just think it's a good topic to talk about,
Oh, I'm gonna have to tune in for that. I need to hear that. I want to tune in for that one.
Tune in, tap in.
I'll send you the link just in case you want to give me your input.
And if you want to join us, you can feel free to join us.
You know what?
I got a lot to
say about this. As a woman, for us as women, we're not very open and we don't talk about it enough. You get what I'm saying to you? And why is this such a bad thing to talk about?
It's not. Yeah. It's natural. It's a natural thing.
But
it's just been taught not to be talked about or glorified.
But we don't talk about it enough. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Nah. Sagittarius always talk about it, baby.
I'm talking about.
Sagittarius always.
We can talk about going in great detail with it.
That's what I'm saying. We stay surface with it. But
we on the surface with it.
But I'm talking about going deep into it.
If you ask me, I go deep, but I be on the surface.
And I can feel that. When is the right time to do it? When the wrong time?
Yeah.
All of that matters.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
I think
who you should give some to, who should
love language. It's your love language. That's just the top should be love language.
No, we just gonna say Friday, let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and
If
me.
Yeah.
Let's
we
talk
got
about all the good
sugarcoated.
things in the
We don't
bed.
gotta put all that extra in it. We can just put let's talk about sex.
Yeah, we're
Let's
not
talk
sugarcoating
about
it. We coming
sex.
raw and uncut because that's what we talking about. Simple.
Yeah, let's talk about sex.
We ain't talking about your love life. Well, I want to know about your love life. we coming
Cause
straight.
sometimes the love life don't add up to the sex life.
All righty then. See
Sometimes
what
it
I'm
don't,
saying?
baby.
So we're gonna have some fun next Wednesday because that's our topic. Let's talk about
Let's talk
sex.
about sex.
You know what I wish I had a vision to do?
What?
What if this conversation sparked somebody's intuition to start running their own clinic in the hood, therapist clinic, where
If they do, they
anybody
better
can
put
just
me up
open
in
the
there.
door. Huh?
Yeah.
They better put me up in there.
Right there on 7 Mile, right there on Joy Road, right
Yeah.
in the hood. Anybody can just walk in and talk to one of the therapists on right then and there.
Yeah.
That would
Their
be nice.
insurance, because they
How
got
would
they
you
should
even
take
promote
regular
that?
insurance.
How would
How
you
you
promote that?
You
How
go
would
get
you promote that?
certification. How I would promote that? I would word of mouth first of all. Networking with other communities, therapists as well. Maybe they can do pro bono work. Maybe they can come in and internship, something like that. So that's what the money cost will actually be good at. Anyone is welcome. Insurance, no insurance. Anyone's welcome. And then what I do is have that conversation, going to house, talking about it, preaching about it, talking to kids, talking to men.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Have a couple social workers and therapists.
So which one of us gonna get our degree in therapy so we can all come together?
Well, they did give me the future for frontliners. Should I be a therapist or a social worker?
Go ahead and use that. Go ahead.
You don't have to have a degree. You can just have the mind to run it.
No, that's true.
Right. That's another thing. My therapist actually has a degree in social work, but it's still the same thing. It's still the same tools that you use.
Believe it or not, y'all,
Instead of them
it's
coming
people
up,
out here
put it
that's
right in the
gifted
hood.
in that field and they just don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Put it right in the hood and see what happens. I believe it will.
Yeah, because you don't necessarily have to be a therapist. I think if I put it in the hood, I would have to call mine life coaches.
Life coaches.
Yeah, mentorship.
I like that.
Coaches.
And I think that a community center is a house of therapy for the children. So I think that they've been trying to do that on another level. Maybe we could bring something like that back. Yeah. That makes sense.
That would be awesome.
Let me know if we about to do a lips.
But I have to deal with kids. I like kids over them grown folks.
Bring it to a hood near us.
Let's do a lips.
This is what, for real. This is
mentor.
what the world needs, y'all. Like you need somewhere where you can go, not feel judged, be able to be open, talk about the way you feel, and get you some real corrective criticism where a person is not judging you. You open and have these discussions because it's people going through this stuff out here. And
we would get so much whiplash for that because people want to.
Why they would get whiplash?
If we tried to do it and started up, we would have to have so much paperwork and so much stuff together. Just us getting together. We don't have to wait.
You gotta be smart. You can't.
People gonna be talking hella shit.
You would have to. You get somebody who
yeah.
Hey,
because we can start right now.
Right or wrong. They gonna talk right or wrong. Right or wrong.
I said, if that's the case, that
down.
don't have to be a futuristic thing. I think even us right now, how we deal with each other is a way of counseling because iron sharpens iron. Like we're here for each other to correct each other. But starting it bigger and inviting other people, I feel like maybe somebody could go be a social worker or something like that.
I don't think nobody have to be a social worker.
You can call it a life coach.
A life coach. Because I'm a skill building instructor. It's on the resume.
I think it's a life coach.
No, it doesn't.
You get a certification for that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. And then what people fail to understand, certain certifications and certain qualifications make you able to be a life coach. You get what I'm saying? Once you take certain leadership classes and certain classes and stuff, that's what make you a life coach. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that from the role that I played in the school. You get what I'm saying to you? So, and I think it will be awesome because I think that will be the Ellen Lips. That's the list.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Y'all think about that. Just think about that.
That's a good idea.
I know it's gonna be a great
I think that
idea.
would be awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and they can actually,
Awesome.
because if
Yeah.
it wasn't for my church, the Sunshine Band,
Yeah.
taking us as kids
Mhm.
and talking about sex. Yeah, we was talking about sex in church, y'all. We were talking about teenage the body order, us growing, developing,
And we
asking
don't.
questions.
We don't have that.
We don't.
We don't
Our
have
little
that no
girls
more.
do
And that's what made
not.
me, yeah.
Our little girls do not have that, and that is one thing that I want to push for. And I would love to start. I want to start a
Our
little ladies
grown women
uplift.
don't have it.
Yeah, you
We
know.
got
I
grown
want to
women
advocate
that don't
for it.
have it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
Well, they
want to
teach like
advocate
etiquette.
in Alabama, and we
yeah,
had to learn how to eat with our left hand. We couldn't scrape the plate with our forks. We always had to put
yeah,
our napkins on our legs. You know,
yeah,
we stood up straight. We walked. We did catwalks.
yeah,
We instill confidence in us as women.
yeah,
So
Why you have
I
to eat
know
with
that
your
we can
left
have
hand?
I
yeah.
see more young women. I see more young girls twerking more than not knowing the queenship of who they are.
Yep.
How can you teach your daughter to be queenship when you don't believe you are? You know,
Mhm.
it's a trickle down effect. You know, and I
And I
just think
love
that,
grown people, but
yeah,
it's easier to train a fresh mind than a mind that's already been out
yeah.
Yeah.
here.
But
I
God
can't.
said come in me as a child anyway. So
Yeah, you know. So
And
I
y'all,
agree
I'm
with
sick
you.
because I love talking to grown people.
I
well,
like
that's
talking to grown
good.
people, but
I swear to
You
God,
like
y'all,
kids.
I am drawn to grown women. I don't know why. Maybe it's a part of me that I see in other women. Like I can see when a woman is hurt, when she going through something.
Yeah.
Like I have so many women that reach out to me
Show
and
passion.
talk.
That's good.
It's just I do. I have it for grown women. Like I do.
Yeah. I believe I
Yeah.
have it for children. I don't really like people like that.
I do. I have it for grown. I'm
Some
always
people are
trying to be the voice
strange
of
to
reason.
me.
Like, well, maybe we can try it this way,
You
or
sound like
maybe
a Sagittarius, Tanisha.
I
Cut it
know,
out.
right?
I can go with both. I can go.
I like kids.
It's up there with them
I
adults.
can go both ways.
Well, I
Grown
put in the
people or
work
kids,
already.
but
This lady
Mhm.
Nika seen me put that work in from moving from 12 kids to 50. So, you know, I love, you know, I thanking God at that point in time in my journey of life, he put me in a position I did not want to do. I argued with the preacher. I told him I ain't doing this. He said, no, you're going to teach these kids. I said, no, I'm not. And he said, yes, you are. I see
You
some
think
in
that's what
you.
your passion is? That's
Oh,
what you have a
kids.
passion
I
for.
love kids, baby. I love them. And
What
I
you
went
think
to
your
12.
passion is, Binky?
Yeah, what is yours?
Women. I think mine's is younger women though, like I'm gonna say teenage to like my age, like 27, 28. They're so like
That's
mid-age women. And I think it's just telling them that there's hope. Like I feel like when I look at myself, I'm able to tell people that I was you. I was young, I had a baby young, like but there's hope. You can get the husband still after having kids, no matter how many. You know what I mean? You can still have a change of mind and be different and be confident in your difference. You know, and being renewed. You could. I think that's my.
right.
What about you,
Where you at
Marquita?
next with that? What you is, kids or adults?
Who, me or Marquita?
Are you like more?
I would say definitely kids, because I feel like I'm more like of a nurturing type of person. Yeah, so definitely kids will probably be my strong suit.
And when I say I don't like people, I love y'all. I love people. I just I think some people are just strange. And I'd be like, why do you act like that? There's no need for you to act like that. And then when I explain to them, you could act like this, they get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no need. Do you understand who you are?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. But I love talking to men too.
I think I'm well rounded. I can go with whatever the flow is. But my passion is with kids. It always have been with kids. I just love kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
your kids.
I just love kids. I can roll with it. You know.
I think I like kids and like teenage girls. Probably from like 12 to about 18.
Hey, you heard from Jaquin?
No. No.
I'm like John Queen.
These are kids that we have basically, me and this girl, we have touched a lot of kids' lives. I've had kids jump out when I'm at that point in time, car down, waiting on the bus. I've had a kid jump out the car. Now, last time I talked to this girl, she was only 9 years old, 10 years old. She found me. Now this young woman she was 18. And she jumped out the car and noticed me and hugged me to death. Was like, hey. And she had 8 siblings, and her mom and dad was crackheads. Yeah. And I remember her brother knocked on my door, and he was like, I'm hungry. And I was like, you hungry? You know? And he's like, I'm hungry. And he's like snot nose and everything. Because I would always play Simon Says with his siblings outside, giving them something to do. And they loved it so much. But however, he knocked on my door. He was like, I'm hungry. He was only 8, 9 years old. And I told him, I said, if you hungry, then your sister's hungry. Bring them. So I didn't have too much to feed them there, but we had ramen noodles, bread, and butter. And I spread the table long. And we ate that like that was steak. And we all ate together. So I understand the struggle when it comes to kids. And because I was that struggle child myself.
I think it hurts so much because they didn't choose it. They didn't. With an adult, you your choices in a way, kind of set you up for where you are. But as a kid, you just in the limb of whatever path was set for you.
Yeah. See, because as a kid, the neighbor house was my refuge. You feel me? That's who took me to church. That's how I got God and all of that. My friend's house. You know what I'm saying? That was my refuge.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we had food and all of that, but it was just a different type of setting over there. You get what I'm saying to you? Like it was something else, but that was my refuge.
Setting for you, a calmness.
It was.
Problem.
It was.
It was a calmness, and we definitely have to be careful of what stage that we have for our children at home. Yeah. So definitely. They watch everything. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, because I tell y'all, my daughter flew down them stairs on me yesterday. Me and her daddy was laying on that couch.
You give her money?
And she said, girl, she ain't got it yet. She got down upstairs. She said, Mama, Joe Biden just said on TikTok, the kids get a $600 stimulus check too. Where my stimulus check at? I could have just fell out. Oh my God.
Now, listen, I just had a debate with one of my friends about this because she like, what is y'all teaching y'all kids? Back when I was growing up, we ain't know nothing about no mama income taxes or no stimulus checks. I said, but what you got to understand is, I understand that part because as a kid growing up, you didn't ask your mama about the income. But in the age group and the different things that are happening now, and so much that our kids
technology
now, is to make them knowledgeable of it. If they are age appropriate to know it, you have to break it down to them because they want to know.
Yeah,
technology.
Or do you let the person get over, or you know what I'm saying? Do you educate your kid on it? Or do you let them go out here thinking that they're blindsided by it and I keep you sheltered and you get out here in the world and then somebody hit you from the side with it?
No, you have to educate them about it because when she came to us, we laughed about it. And her daddy like, yeah, you did get the $600. You get one, but and that, then all 4 of them ran down on me because they got $600. So everybody came, they got to talk about Amazon and Robux. They was ready to blow their bread, but I had to explain to them like you gotta listen. This is reinforcement for mommy been taking care of you all these other months. You get what I'm saying to you? And down in the months for when you need things and stuff like that, it's not for us to just go out and spend it all because you got it all. You get what I'm saying to you? But now I did tell him myself, but I tell you what, because it is y'all stimulus and it comes for y'all, What y'all can do, I said, I'm going to give all of y'all $100 a piece. I said, now you can go to Amazon and Roblox it up if you want to, or you can put it in your wallet and save it for another day. It's your choice, what you do with your money. And, they was, okay, yeah, but I had to explain to them what it's for, what it's about, and acknowledge that it is their money, though. You get what I'm saying to you? It's not yours. You got it for them, So, but at the same time, give them a piece of it. And let them understand about saving and spending.
Yeah,
and that's
and the
one
responsibility of finances.
Yeah. And that's one thing that we are working on in our household. And at first, I used to look at their daddy like he was retarded. Because I'm like, why would you give them $150 a piece?
Y'all, I wish we can start like something that in our community helps with the job search, the financial management, the mental health, like something for all that because we need
Y'all don't
it,
have it
y'all,
no
now
more?
more than we've ever needed it ever in life before. Because look at the people who got this PUA money. They took it and they blew it. Didn't know what to do with it. Because they don't know how to manage money.
That's
People,
right.
these bridge cars, they go in these stores and they lobster telling it and they crab legging it because they are unknowledgeable on the dollar.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, all I see is money, and I think, hey, I'm about to spend it any kind of way. And I don't know about y'all, but money can go through your hands quick when you playing with it.
Yeah.
You doing
Hey,
the things you ain't got no business doing.
Yeah. I was thinking yesterday, I don't know where this thought came from. And I was like, oh, for real? Okay. So I was like, well, damn. I know in the neighborhood, it's a thing to buy label food, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said half of people I know get assistance, which is okay because I used to get it too when I lost my job. But however, I noticed that you could tell who worked and got groceries shopped, and you could tell who had assistance. And I would read the ingredients on these label food. I used to have homeboys say, I don't buy nothing but the best. Kellogg's, all this and this stuff like that. And I was like, yo, but in the white neighborhood, they don't buy none of this shit.
None.
I said, they don't buy none of this shit. So they bank on us. These labels bank on us to buy the shit. Because the white neighborhoods and the suburbans, they eating lettuce. They eating top of the line meat. They eating vegetables. They eating all the stuff that we probably would not take as healthy. Because we think this, because I got all these label foods, this shit is healthy when it's really fucking not. They got paint thinner in this stuff.
Everything.
You know,
all these toxins.
All this stuff. So when you talk about therapy, we need to, it's deeper than therapy.
It's deeper than therapy.
Because I think that we need to go deeper, like putting people on blast.
We do, because it's like
that young lady said, we need to retrain our way of thinking.
We do. Y'all, do y'all know I look at my life every day and be like, man, it's something in here I gotta change. It's something that I gotta change. Because if in life you think you are in a perfect place and there's no room for growth, your life is over then. Is what you're pretty much saying. If you feel like you are in a place where nothing needs to change, you know what I'm saying? I don't need no growth. My house is exactly how I want it. You know, the dishes, my clothing, wardrobe, that everything is right where it need to be. So what are you existing for at this point? You just here now?
It's the next
no,
level.
Every day is a day of growing. I learned that I'm a hoarder, y'all. And
hey, y'all.
Honestly,
hey, y'all.
Mama.
Marquita got a few words to say before she about to go. Oh, she says it's getting late. She got to get the baby.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to say, like, thank y'all for having me. We needed to have this discussion, you know, and hopefully somebody watching this get the courage to take that next step, to call somebody, to talk to somebody, and just, you know, work on themselves. But thank y'all, and good night. See y'all later.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting y'all. Bye.
Nice meeting you too.
And for those who are contemplating your life, or suicidal thoughts, get some help.
Get some help.
Don't play with that thought. Do not play with that thought. Go get some help. Don't care about what nobody thinks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do it for yourself.
Yes.
There's something that's pushing you to the edge that you want to quit. And I think once you get over that hump, because honey, I'm a witness. I've been through a lot. And I've been through a lot. I probably put my story in a book because, and I know I can talk on every level of pain. And I can tell you one thing, keep living. It gets better.
Yes,
but you gotta overcome what you're going through.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta overcome it. All right. So you can't eat what you want. Then find something else to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You can't buy what you want. Okay, you're not gonna die. Your life changed in 2020. A lot of things change. Hold on. This is the game plan. You see how strong you really is. Some people make it. Some people didn't. Some people failed the test. Some people, they said suicide went up so high. Why? Because you got to, like Nika said, there's a mental and there's a spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen a lot of spiritual people don't deal with the mental.
Yep. Yep.
And I see a lot of mental that needs the spiritual.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So
Definitely.
those thoughts that you feel, everybody's felt that thought. I don't care. It's this 44 years of my life. It didn't pass through me before.
Yeah.
But I love me so much.
Yeah.
You know, I get it. A lot of us are carrying bags that happened to us that we don't know why it happened to us. A lot of things of rejection and a lot of things. It's men. I understand the pressure, but that is not the end of your world, man. No, I get it. You know, trying to be a man. I ain't gonna go to no McDonald's. You better go. I ain't gonna work at no. So you prefer to risk your life, grab you 2 or 5 more years, other than give a care what these young people don't care nothing about you, and your family over here starving, and you won't go get a McDonald's job? Boy, I respect you more because you put your pride to the side, went in there and said, "Oh, this is just temporary. I just gotta put some food on the plate right now. I ain't gonna make that move right now." That's
that pride.
That pride. That's what I'm saying. The pride is getting on men. They really need to trash it.
Yeah.
Because it's a certain type of pride.
It's that pride.
And you know, and here being in another demographic, I don't see too much of that pride here.
Nope, you don't. And that's what's crazy, because when you move to different places, things are totally different. And it blows your mind.
And get a job.
Man, what blew my mind the most about leaving was the women. Women in other places are so nice. They don't look you up and down. They're not grimming you. They don't have an attitude. None of that. People, hey, how you doing? I mean, they are so sweet. I mean, it got so bad that when I came back home, I went in the beauty supply for the first time. Everybody was looking at me. I'm like, hey, how you? Hello.
That's just the Midwest, East Coast about us. You too friendly. We like, what you want?
Yeah.
You know, that's just how we are, you know, and I get it because we live a dangerous life. And
that's it right there.
We have to have that guard up. It's just a part of our survival. You know, we don't know who to trust because
the problem is right there, T. We're trying to survive and we're not really living. That's the problem over here.
I understood the division of surviving and living. And I learned when I was back home, I was not living, I was surviving.
Yep.
And I was getting tired of that. I said, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Why I gotta always survive? How long am I gonna be surviving? I said,
I ain't for that. I'm past that. I can't get up every day just to survive.
I'm not doing that.
No, it's more to life than that.
Yes, it is. People out here living, okay?
You got to live.
And people think living is materialistic life. No, it's not.
No.
Come on now, living is
it's being free.
Ducks in order, getting out of debt.
Yeah.
Putting all your shit in order.
Yeah.
And now it's time to live.
Mm-hmm.
If you never been on a plane, you ain't living.
See?
If you ain't taking no road trip,
gotta go.
If change is always good, Railroad. If you're not living, see, Railroad should recognize this. Don't you live in Arizona?
He said all the time how it changed his life.
Right. It changed your life.
I can honestly say, I can honestly say from him moving and you know to where he at now, it made him a better person. You can see the change in him.
I agree.
You can see the change in him.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree.
It was for the better.
Why it made him
you think it's a different area?
Because we,
it for sure,
won't let each other go.
Yeah, that's it right there. He said,
I think he came out his
element.
Strange.
He came out his
bro. You're gonna have to walk by yourself, buddy.
Yeah, he came out his habitat.
Yeah. One thing that he said that I really liked was he said, when you at home with your friends, you're gonna be doing what your friends are doing. But when you get out and you see things are different and you see people are moving different, you're gonna want to move too. When you're surrounded by survival. You're just gonna get into survival mode.
That's
But when
it.
you get around people that are living, you like, hold on, wait, it's a world out here. I'm
It's
trying
a
to live
world.
too.
Girl,
I'm trying to live too.
Yeah, cause getting up every day, getting dressed and getting pretty, and to go stun on somebody that supposed to be your peoples and you rolling with you. How you living?
That ain't life.
How are you living?
That
You
ain't
know what I'm
life.
saying? We living if we getting up every day, getting dressed, putting our best on, and we going to get this money, conquering some things, and taking some things down. I can't get up every day to come to try to stun on you, bro. You feel me? And I hate to say, in this city, that's what you have. It's nothing but competition, and you got to prove yourself. You got to be wearing this or driving this for somebody to even.
They don't even think about that stuff here.
And they don't even have it.
They don't even care.
That's when I knew it was real. I said, wait, these people got on Vans 24/7.
I said, man, we've been doing that for 20 years, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. That the hood image, it does something to my blood pressure.
It's a mess.
I respect the man in his little V-neck white tee, his khaki shorts, and you know what I'm saying? That stuff, it's not. No.
Like if Real go outside with some thong flip-flops.
They go, it's nothing.
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to him. But let him come back home with some thong flip-flops.
They gonna be looking at him sideways.
Yeah, what? They gonna talk some of that shit.
Yeah, I think we as a culture, we just gotta like that young, like Marquita said,
out here and daring to be different. We gotta just dare to be different.
That's
different, y'all.
I'm trying. I promise you, I'm trying.
Mindset. Yeah. We gotta renew our mindset. And then I'm not in. Don't get me wrong. Packing up and moving your family to another state is not the answer. No, because you got to deal with self first. No, because you can still go out of state and still make a mess in that state of your life. If you have not renewed your mindset.
That's it right there.
And be able to embrace change, and you know what I'm saying. So you got to start working on that in the now. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you know what?
To be honest with you, be able to embrace change. You know.
Intercede with that because some people need to go.
Only reason why I say no, T.
Their environment got so toxic.
The only reason why I say no is
I get it.
Only reason why I say no is because I've been on both ends. I've been the person that left and I've been the person that is back in. And the fact that I was able to find someone that was right here from the same place as me, that didn't have the same struggles as me, that did have a 2-family home, that was raised, you know what I'm saying, around more people that had, you know what I'm saying, stable jobs and stable homes and just a more stable environment. It goes to show that everybody that is here in Michigan not living bad. You know what I mean? It's not all around. It's just a few of us. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's what you see. So
what you center your circle around,
and that's it. Because that is it. It is based on what you put around you. What is your setting? What is your surroundings? If that's what you hanging with all day, every day, that's what you become. You become a creature of your comfort zone. Yeah,
when you love something and people so much,
you can go out of town and get with the slum of the city and still, and it's gonna bring that slum right out of you. But you get there and you get around some different people that change your way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Cultivate your mind. Yeah, you jump on another level. But if you cannot renew the way you think and be open to change, you are just in trouble. Period.
Regardless.
True.
You are in trouble. Period.
So you can take that sick mind with you wherever.
Yeah, and that's all I've been asking God for 2021. I just want Him. I keep asking Him to change my seat at the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to sit at some different tables. I want to I want to get around some different type of women. Yeah, I want to get around some conversations. Yeah, I want to get around me some different type of women that got businesses.
Around people that don't have kids. That Dominique, you got 4 kids now. You know what I'm saying? You got to change your atmosphere. I still love the people that don't got no kids, but baby, we ain't got too much in common no more. You don't know what it's like to gotta be in by 9, 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about changing your surroundings, man.
And it is. That's why I said my prayer is I got to get around me some business women.
Yeah.
And stop holding people to the bull crap. Let people
Yeah.
grow.
Let them
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah.
Let them
Let
grow.
them grow. If they say they don't want to do dumb stuff no more, then let them do. Let them walk
Yeah.
away. Y'all
Or
want them
people
like they
hold you in
gave them.
bondage and say you ain't changed for the rest of your
Oh,
life.
cause they can tell your story better than you. They will not let you live your past. That's so
No,
crazy.
ain't
I was
nobody
in
telling
the
my story.
shower last night, and that just it was all in my spirit. Like they just won't let you be you. They won't let you be free. They will not free you from your past. They keep
Yeah.
their foot on you because of your past.
'Cause of your
Let me
past.
be me, bro.
Let
I
them
Allow
respect
me
the
and
to
change in
grow.
people, man. When I
People
see a
will not
person
let
changing,
Let
I
them
respect
grow.
it. I respect change. I
Yeah.
respect change. You
man.
telling me you ain't doing what you used to? I'm believing it.
But
You
guess what
showing
though?
different and
Guess
moving
what you gotta
different.
do though? Guess what you gotta do though? I'm not mad at nobody, but I'm
Mhm.
cutting myself off from those people.
Yeah.
I am picking myself up. That's why I've been telling y'all all since the middle part of last year, since like the summertime. I've been asking God to please change my seat at the table, move me, because I'm tired of these people. Because it's like you're not knowing it, but you are constantly trying to prove a point to a bunch of people that's not that they don't care anyway. All they stuck on is your past. You get what I'm saying to you?
Mhm.
God put me around some people that don't know me, that's not, you know what I'm saying, don't care about all of that. You get what I'm saying? Want to talk about business, bro. I can't do it with these same people for 2021. I love everybody, but I'm not doing it with you. I'm not doing
So
it
you
with
understand why I say some people I just don't like.
you. Yeah, I'm not
You know?
mad. Like you said, I love you, but
I
what
love
I
you.
understand is the click and the clack just ain't there no more.
I don't
Yeah.
do that. That's not
You know
my.
what I'm
That's just
saying?
My
not
love will never change. Because if I ever tell
Yeah.
you I love you always.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's just
that's
like,
how
yeah,
I
you
am.
gotta
It was
kind of be on
falling
the same
apart.
thing of what I'm doing, because I don't
Mhm.
Other
got
than
time
that,
for
it don't make sense.
yeah,
It
I don't
don't
got
make no
time for that.
sense.
No.
It is the
Yeah.
truth. It's the truth.
Because you know what they do?
What?
They keep pulling you back in it.
Yeah.
Every time I
Pulling you
try to
back in
leave,
it.
something keeps pulling me back. And
Yeah.
I
I ain't got time
leave.
for that. I ain't got time for that. I
Every
love you,
time I
but
try to
baby,
go,
listen, I'm cutting them off like left to right this year. Listen,
I love
it's
you, but
not
I love
personal.
you enough to let you go too.
let you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
That way.
And in order to grow, you have to walk by
Yeah.
yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
some people are scared to be
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
And I get it. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
But when I moved here, it was me. Me and my husband had nobody really to reach out to. We was like, this us.
Girl.
This us.
I thought moving to
This
this east
us.
side. I was in the
But honestly, though,
I thought
the
I
best
moved out of town when I
thing
moved on this east side.
being
Girl, when you
alone is
I
called
really
me,
still
you
feel like
called me,
I'm
you
out
was
of
like,
town on this
Shut
you
east
up.
was
It's
side.
like,
just the
bitch,
east
you been on
side.
you was like, T,
No,
you be
because
on
y'all
the east
gotta
side.
understand though.
Yeah.
All my family is west. I mean, I have family over here on the east side, but the family that I really dealt with and deal with every day, they are on the west side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't no just hop in my car, drive around the corner, stop over there. Ain't nobody just popping up and pulling up at my house. And I feel like I'm out of town because I had to structure a whole nother life for myself over here. I had to find me all new friends to hang with, and I be feeling like I'm out of town. They be like, you coming out, you coming over this way. I be like, no, baby, I won't come west.
And it keep you out of a lot of
Lot of
stuff
mess.
because that ride around the corner, as for that 15-minute ride, it give you a time to think before you do something.
Yeah.
Now, hold up, wait a minute.
Guess what, cuz?
Just fly straight
I ain't
over
being
there
funny.
now.
I would drive all the way to that west side and get to certain streets and would step on the gas. I ain't even pulling up on that. I ain't stopping by
Thought about
that.
y'all, but I gotta go.
Gotta go.
Personal. I'll be right around the corner from you. Won't even pull up on you because I'll be like, I ain't dealing with that today, baby. Not today.
Definitely.
You gotta
And
prepare
it's
yourself.
not like you're trying to be.
And you just gotta know.
It's just that you just don't have time for the bull crap.
Yeah.
And you
I'm
have to
just
protect
ready.
your energy. You have to protect your you know who messy, you know who ain't.
Yeah.
You know who ask the most questions that just want to dig into you. You know the nosy friends, you know the none.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to
I
make
just
those decisions.
I just want
protecting my
elevation.
energy.
Yeah, I want elevation and growth this year. And
That's it.
I don't want to prosperity mentally, physically, financially. You know, I just want growth, period. You get what I'm saying to you? And so I've learned that a lot of things and some people I'm gonna have to cut off. I'm gonna have to let some things go to get to where I gotta go. And it's nothing personal, but it's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So
if y'all get a
That's
Facebook
like moving
request
to a
from me,
brand new
it's
house. You ain't finna carry all this broken stuff with you to no brand new home.
uh-uh.
you better
Do
not.
everything. So
Yeah.
it's okay. It's just learning to be okay with it yourself. Cause sometimes your mind play back, all I miss this person, and it's like I
Yeah.
still love you, but
Yeah.
I'm just in a different place in life. So I
And it's
lost
like
no
people
love
don't
for you.
understand that. They be like, she acting funny. No, ain't nobody acting funny.
Yeah, but you know
I'm
what though?
growing.
Yeah, and this is my biggest thing. Why do you feel that I have to entertain you? You feel what I'm saying to you? Why do you think that I'm so obligated to entertain you? When I say entertain you, mean I need to move like you think I should move, or I should be doing what you think I should be doing, or this should be going the way you think this should be going. Take some of that pressure that you got on me and apply it to your life. Move some of them things in areas
Cause
in
y'all
your
know
life.
it's easier to do this than to do
Yeah.
this.
Oh man. I'm over it,
It
cuz.
is easy to do that.
It's
I'm
easy to
over
be
it.
like you.
Yeah.
But when you
Yeah.
gotta do
I'm
this,
over
it
it.
be like I need to
Yeah.
fix
No.
me, get me together, worry about me.
Yeah.
That's a different story. A lot of people don't like to face that me.
Yeah. That's why I say get out your own way.
Yeah, you have to.
Some people think they got so many enemies, and really the enemies be themselves.
Yeah, you your biggest enemy. We
Yeah.
be our biggest problem.
Yeah, they be
I
their
agree.
own problems.
Own
People
problem.
don't like me. No, nobody gives one fuck.
Nobody's
know?
thinking about you. Ain't this person ain't even thought
Seriously,
about
you
you.
conjured that all up in your mind.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and nobody cares.
Sometimes you
Yep.
can think too deep.
Yeah,
That's true.
you manifest an enemy up. You know, I'm coming in. These women gonna be hating on me.
Yeah.
You ain't even say hi. How you doing? With a smile.
Okay.
Walking in the door.
Ain't
You ain't
nobody
gave your
even
sign.
thought about
You
you.
didn't let your light shine to walk in the door and say, "Hey, everybody, how y'all doing?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what? I cannot stand that word hate. I don't like to use jealous. Anybody that know me every day, they know I do not yet use the envy, jealous, and hate.
Do you know them words?
I cannot stand them words because I think those them words carry some heavy things with
They
them. You get what I'm
do.
saying to you? I do not like those words. So when somebody be like, "You hating on me," oh wait a minute, sugar.
What you got for me to hate on though? My thing is we all struggling in this month. And in
Yeah.
2020,
In some way,
we
fact,
shape,
all
ain't
form, or
nobody
fashion.
winning in 2020.
we all running our
Nobody
own
winning.
race. You know what I'm saying? We all running our own race. You might get to the finish line in 30 days. You might get it 20. We running our own race because we all running for different reasons.
There we go.
Right.
There we
That's
go.
right.
We running for different reasons, baby. All I'm hoping is that y'all all win. That's all
That's
I want
it.
us to do.
Like I had
That's
a friend.
it.
I had a friend of mine. She was going around. She was around me, and she thought that because she was going through something. I'm supposed to go through something with, and I'm like, no. I had to tell her, I said, your struggle is your struggle, boo. And my struggle is mine.
Yeah.
And what you going through, that's for you. That ain't from me.
Yeah,
My
because
job is to help you through it.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna pray
just
for
in
you.
2020, God took care of me in 2020.
Amen.
And maybe that was your journey to go through something to 2020.
Maybe your humbling process.
Maybe that was your humbling process. And I can hold you, but
I think it was everybody's humbling process in 2020.
we both got two struggles in a struggling situation. You know, so
yeah, because you can't make your situation my situation.
Yeah.
I can't make my situation your situation.
Yeah.
Everybody's situation is different. You know what
We're
I'm
gonna
saying?
see it different. We're gonna see it totally different. I
Yeah.
cannot put Nika boots on and lace them up.
Yeah, like yo.
Mm-mm.
I'm not gonna be so sad because you so sad. My job is to be your light, to bring you up out the sadness. We can't be sad together.
Yeah.
One of us got to be stronger in this friendship.
Yeah.
You know. And
yeah, we can't be just two weak motherfuckers running around here feeding off each other weakness, bro. We not doing that.
Yeah, that's a no.
We're not doing that.
everything I got, I deserve it.
Okay.
I worked hard for mine. You know?
Okay.
You know, so I'm not guilty of no apology of whatever I got.
Okay.
It's sad that I cannot be excited about it with the whole world or things like that, because you, in the back of my head, and that might be dumb on my part, shit, I can't even tell a motherfucker I'm doing that good, because they gonna think, you know, they might hate, and I don't want to create no haters, you know what I'm saying, when other people going through some shit and I'm posting all these nice things, and you know, and that's not my intention. I'm just happy that God is in the midst of my blessings. And if my friends, that's why I love my friends, because if I'm winning, you winning. And if you winning, I'm winning.
That's when you got good people in your circle, and you got good people around you, and y'all feeding off each other good energy. It ain't no time to be hating or feeling no type of way. Because when it's your winning season, it's your winning season. Yeah. When it's your happy season, it's your happy season.
And I'm gonna tell
why
my
am I gonna be feeling some type of way?
Yeah.
I said, yo, we
but
got
I can't, but I cannot judge your winning season by what I think it should look like.
Right.
You don't know.
You can't tell me I'm not winning because I don't look like what you want me to look like.
You don't know what my winnings are.
It may be my winning season because I'm happy and I have peace and I have understanding and I don't go close with my God. You feel me?
Definitely.
My winning season is not about what I got on.
Right.
I'm driving, bro. I'm not winning because of what I'm wearing.
Right.
Because I can be dressed from head to toe and losing like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I think that's where we get things misconstrued, you know, in our community as if a person
thinking what the winning season's supposed to look like.
Yeah. Because and I can be winning because, like I said, my peace is there. You know what I'm saying? My understanding is there. My mind is free. Yeah. And my bills are paid. My kids are healthy. I'm winning. Yeah. I don't know what you call winning. I don't know what your silent
That's
prayers
a hell of
are.
a win.
Yeah, I don't know what your silent prayers are. I don't know what you don't put before God and what you asked him for. You get what I'm saying to you? Don't tell me I'm not winning because I don't look like I'm winning to you. You get what I'm saying to you? Don't put that on there. And I hate that. I really, really hate that.
And I agree with
don't
you.
Do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it turns into a.
I agree with you because I've seen it where people would I've seen people, you know, flossifying. I just made that word up. Flossifying is very popular in our community. And I think that's where we lose at. I think that's where we lose at. And I can speak on this because I'm talking about 30 years in my neighborhood, seeing it. And I can see how we can get confused and think that's wealth. That's not wealth. That's not actually, you're losing. You can have all the cars you want, but is that car bringing you back money? Yeah. You can buy all the Cardis and all the stuff, but is that producing you the money to come back? Now, there's a good rewards to show that, hey, I worked hard out here and so I can do my money what I want to. But if you got repossessions and you got debts and things in the background, you're not winning. You're
not winning, cuz
you're still a slave.
Yeah, because you got too many overheads. You're working and moving.
Because I have to get this debt together. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm not in a lot of debt, but I got a little bit, and I can wipe that like that. And you know, I don't have no student loans and went to college. Because you know why? I worked smart. I didn't work hard. I knew how to get around the system. I always been able to do that in the right legal way. And but you know, it's just that I think if we ain't owning property, we ain't winning.
No.
If you cannot, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying credit. You can still buy whatever you want. You don't have to. You know, that's an American thing. Credit is an American thing. If you really want something in this world, just buy it. Save up your money and buy it. Yeah. But if you really want to make some boss moves, you're going to have to go through them peoples. And they're going to look at your credit history. Yeah. And they're going to see if you're a liar through your credit history. They call you a liar through your credit history.
Yeah.
Be real, they can tell if you're gonna pay on time or not. It's not about the debt; it's about paying on time.
Yeah. And people,
And
cause
that's why I
listen.
can't wait till I get to the point of auto pay. That's where I'm trying to get to. Auto pay. And when you hit auto pay, baby, you got it. You got it. And I haven't got to that point yet for auto pay. But
like I'm telling you, I just got my listen, and I'm very open with it. You know, credit wasn't I thought always having this was the answer. And until we bought our house and we went in there and our real estate agent looked at us and was like, y'all got all this money and ain't got no credit. Y'all don't got no credit. Y'all come with all this money cash. Y'all don't got a lick of credit between the both of y'all. Me and him both in there looking retarded and stupid. He like, do y'all know where I could put y'all at if y'all had? We didn't have no credit.
Because that credit is not taught in our schools. The importance of it. It's a trap, y'all. It is a freaking trap. And I think we should not leave that responsibility to the schools. We should all educate ourselves as parents so we can teach our children about credit. It is never too late to teach your kids about credit. They can be 4 to 5 years old and you teach them how important credit is. I taught my son about credit cards. I told him, I said, dude, when I went to college, the first thing they gave me was a credit card.
And that was to tear your credit up.
And I said, don't you take that damn thing.
Yeah.
I said, don't you take that card. I said, if you're going to do it, let me show you how to do that. You know? And from there, raising him as a child, understanding what credit is all about, I've done that. I'm good. You know, he understands.
You got to understand that. You got to instill it in your kids. You know, my kids, they begging right now for. They begging for a credit card. I'm getting them this little green light card. You do your chores, but they gonna understand. You allow everything going there. When you spend it, it's gone. You know what I'm saying?
We have to instill that in our kids. Arabics do it. They kids running their gas stations and they car lots and they car shops. It's us. Everywhere you go, somebody owns something. It's us black people that can't get it together because we so busy trying to show it here that we ain't showing it there.
And to the audience, for those who don't work or work for themselves, I found that you can have a 401k. You can make your own 401k. For those who got a little money in their pocket, what I will advise you to do is to purchase a whole life insurance for $5,000. Just purchase it, right? Let it sit. And you can borrow off of that like it's a 401k. The thing about it is that it's insured. Nobody can take that money from you. Nobody can take insurance money from you. You buy it all out, and then it grows faster than the bank. The bank gives you 2 point some percent. You're really not growing no money. But once you take your money and buy a whole life insurance, especially this goes to my homies out there in the streets. Take your money. If you're gonna make, and hey, I'm from Detroit. We have to do what we have to do sometimes. I'm sorry. Some people doing it just because it's fun. I don't condone it. But some people have to survive, and I get it. But if you're going to get out here and run these streets and you got all these kids and you don't prepare them, let me show you. Go buy you a $5,000 life insurance policy. The money ain't going nowhere. That's your money. It's insured. It will grow. It can grow 7.2% faster than the bank. You can also borrow from it like a 401k, meaning that money goes back to you, you know, and you set your kids up. So if anything ever happens, they're good. You still got money. Nobody can't take away from you because it's insured. Okay. I learned that from somebody else. So there's certain ways and certain things that, like little Duval said, he said, credit. He said, it's important to have it. He said, but I stay in my lane.
Okay.
He says, that's an American thing. I'm from Bahamas. And we don't rely on that. He said, if I want a car, if it's $5,000, I save up for it and just buy it. If I want that house, I save up for it and just buy it outright. And but then, like I said, if you're ready to play that heavy hitter, which I'm ready to play.
You gotta have that credit.
You gotta have that credit.
Yeah, that credit.
And that's just what it is. And
so you gotta level life out.
Yeah, you gotta know, you gotta figure this thing out.
Like he said, you stay in your lane because it is better to just cash it out. Buy your shit. Don't you cause it's hard when you paying a mortgage and you paying a car note, car insurance, house insurance, the light bill, the gas bill, the water bill. Now just imagine if you got your house in your car and all you paying is your light bill, your gas bill, and your water bill. That's a lot of money that's freed up.
Yeah, I know. I got these damn notes. I ain't get a note till I was in my 40s.
Yeah, right.
The state of Michigan said I had 25 cars. They begged me. They was like, please, you got too many cars in your name. I was buying cars like if they was disposable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was giving cars away. You want a car? Here you go.
Yeah.
I was giving cars away.
Yeah.
But I never got a note. I refused to get a note.
Yeah. My mister. Hey, my dude in here right now. Come on, you pay your car note. I pay your insurance. Take my damn card off and drive this car. You bought me and pay my little $200 full coverage.
My son, he will not buy a note for nothing. He bought him a Range Rover cashed out.
See,
he's not gonna buy a note. He not doing that.
I ain't getting no car note.
He ain't doing that.
Because with a note, it keep you tricked, man. You in debt forever.
Mind right.
One mispayment, you gonna come get this?
I was living.
Yeah, I can't do it. I like to make too many Walmart runs.
Me too, man.
For real,
now
man.
I got 2 notes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, and you know, you can't forget about this insurance. You gotta have insurance now. It ain't like back in the days.
Y'all want to hear something? This is why I say sometimes you have to move out of your demographics. People say, "You come back to Detroit?" I say, "I love Detroit, but I can't go back." And they say, "Why not?" I said, "Because I see the demographic. It's a setup. How is it that if I was to have my 2 cars to come back to home, I'll be paying $800 mainly in insurance. Mm-hmm. But here in Texas, insurance is, I got 2 cars and my insurance note is $230 something, and I got 19s, and that's what I'm saying. This shit is a setup. How is it that you redline my people?
Yeah.
Right, full coverage.
Yeah, Vicky said they had 2 cars in AC.
I'm just trying to tell you the truth. You're redlining my people, thinking that they can't afford shit, but they really fucking can. Excuse my language, because I did the math. If you charging this community $500 for 1 car, or $400 for 1 car, that puts you in a state of mind that you can't afford it when you really can somewhere else.
They got them paying more in insurance than they paying for their car note.
Yeah.
Then they said, why you won't come back again? First of all, DTE is the reason why I won't come back home. Because DTE out there fucking, excuse my language, but they are out their mind. When back home here, we have 100 and maybe 100 light companies here where we can choose from. I've never ever seen a bill $1,000. They don't even let you get that high. They cut you off.
Yeah, D-Russ say you got to put money in the only thing to keep your stuff on.
They not letting you get in debt.
Yeah.
You gonna pay that $120 some light bill. I don't have a gas. If I do, it's $26. So why would I want to go back to struggling? I'm not doing that. I would.
Yeah, it's made to fail you.
Yeah, it's made to fail you. But the only way that can change is when people start opening their mouths.
Yeah.
And holding those people
open your mind
accountable that's running that city.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we stick with one. You gonna do what DTE.
Baby, you can pay one and they cut you off.
It ain't no way around, big brother.
You
can in the city, you gonna pay or you gonna pay.
Pay as you go. They got a light company here, pay as you go.
Our DTE bill is a nigga rent.
It's rent. And it shouldn't. I understand it's cold air, but the kilowatts is higher than
and that's and that's on the budget.
Yeah,
and I be looking at my dude. I'm like, you finna give DTE he paid the bill flat every month. I'm like, you better eat. Like, no, that's why I paid like the gas bill, because you want to pay at the bill. I'm like, nigga, ain't nobody give DT no $7.22, no. Or I'll be like, that's somebody rent.
Want they money. They want their money.
Yeah.
And
how
there's
they
no
a
other
person
company
gonna
you can go to or you can run from them and go to somebody else. DTE or no electricity.
Yeah.
How you want to play it?
how
Yeah.
you want to play, and that's like
Yeah,
I
you
feel
ban
like,
them.
I feel like you are what can I say, bullying me?
Mm-hmm. Cause
Why?
I don't care
You
what
know,
nobody say. DTE is ripping niggas off.
they
y'all.
ripping them off, and they need to be held accountable, and they need to bring other competition in there
Yeah.
and bring lower
They-
kilowatts.
They ripping niggas dry.
Kilowatts, y'all learn about kilowatts. Call them people and ask them, do they got a lower
Well, they
kilowatt?
tried to bring Consumer in, but Consumer didn't do very well against DTE.
DT is a powerful corporation.
Yeah, they grandfathered
They
in.
ain't
You gonna
let
go through
nobody
us
come
or
in
go
there
through us?
and mess up what they got going on in that
Baby.
neighborhood. If it wasn't for us black people, probably in that neighborhood, because I believe they give the black community more higher kilowatts than anybody else outside the state. And y'all need to investigate that. Y'all need to really find out what are they
y'all DTE if anybody ever get educated enough on checking on them, they gonna owe some people some money, y'all, because it ain't no way in hell.
Why we don't have our own insurance company? Why we don't have our own? These Mexicans have their own insurance company here. I paid shit, and one day I put one. I got 3 cars. I put one of my cars, and my shit was damn $30.
And it's like here, this city is designed. If you ain't strong,
that's why you can
and your ass
anywhere,
don't,
y'all.
And you don't know how to overcome pressure.
Yeah.
You threw out here. It's so many different obstacles thrown in your way for you to fail. Like it's just meant for you to fail.
Yep. And that's what
you
makes
don't
us
educate
strong.
yourself. You don't create no generational wealth for your kids in your household. You're bound to fail. You're gonna fall right on into the path
when
of
you
fail.
paying a light bill that's almost $1,200
Yeah.
It's terrible here.
Yeah.
It's like you robbing Peter to pay Paul. You maintaining your bills, and then you gotta worry about a nigga gonna climb in a window and take what you got. Like,
you hear me?
This a cold world.
So you better have some rentals insurance or some home insurance, or you really gonna be looking crazy as hell out here.
Well, here is open carry, and you don't want to.
It's tough.
It's
tough.
They will shoot you here, and I will shoot you too.
Okay.
I will do that. I learned that in Texas, and they love when you use your gun here, especially if it's right. Yeah. They will stand behind you here in Texas. This is a whole different ball game here. Yeah. So we don't have too many people putting out their guns too quick, because everybody got one, and they respect the gun. You know. So however, I'm just saying. You know, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to wake up and then figure out, did my son get? No, I don't want that shit. I don't want to.
I think as a whole, we just gotta pray. Yeah, you know, pray for change all over, because some of us can get up and uproot and move, and some can't. You get what I'm saying?
I commend you, because you're doing the work. You're in the schools.
Yeah,
you know what's broken in there, so your voice is projecting. You know what you're doing. You know, we all not perfect, but you're putting in the work.
Being the change that you want to see. That's it. You get a plus for that always.
And
being a part of the change you want to see.
Complaining, but not making no moves to make a change. Stop it, y'all. Ain't nobody coming to save the community.
Sure ain't.
Ain't nobody coming.
They ain't coming to the hood. Ain't nobody coming to the hood.
Ain't nobody coming to the hood. The hood got to take care of themselves.
They do.
That means it's time to change the game.
Yeah. Not looking out for your neighbors, talking about you ain't worried about nobody else kids. They ain't saving our hood. They ain't saving our hoods. You see they done closed all the schools. We don't got recreation centers. We don't have nothing. Only thing open to us in our hoods and our cities is to get you a gun and kill you somebody. So that's fully open.
Their job
and you better know this too. The education gonna get scarce, because once this COVID wave go over, we have lost so many of our children through DPS, you're gonna see more schools closing.
Just sad.
But these kids ain't going to school.
You know why? I can understand why, because I didn't like none of the schools I went to. I felt like I was in prison. It looked like it was built like prison. Cody looked like a prison.
It did.
It is a prison. How do you don't have all those windows, the hallway? Oh, that school needs to be redone. And then when I bring my son to these schools, like, this shit free. Excuse me.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
But it's not like that out in the suburbs. They schools don't look like that.
They school look beautiful in Troy. Troy High School.
Jalen them transferred from DPS and start going to Dearborn Heights and a school called Taylor Exemplar. You know, on the movies where the parents pull up in the drive-thrus and wait for their kids. That's how it was out there.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the city, when I was sending them to right here on Plymouth and Telegraph, they coming outside, the kids fighting on the grass, the parents pulling up on the grass. Our city, like, is horrible.
I love the work that I do, but y'all ain't getting caught up in it because I got to give my kids that change.
Yeah,
we're not doing DPS next year.
No,
we out because Taylor going to high school. I already know how DPS high schools roll. We out. I can't risk it. You get what I'm saying to you? So, and if I move one, I gotta move all. We out. You get what I'm saying to you? Because it's at the same time of me want to help and give back and do what I do, I can't let my kids fall through the cracks either. Because they deserve to see something different and experience change. And I want them to go to school with white, Caucasian, Mexicans, Arabics. See other races, explore off into different things, not just going to school with everybody they color.
Yeah.
I can't over here. Everybody like, oh, you let your kids keep going to school. Yes, my kids go to an all Arabic school.
Yeah.
At first I got kind of bothered because I'm like, they treat our black kids different.
No, they don't.
No, they educate your kid.
Yes,
they love your kid and send them right on out there because
they love our
they're gonna deal with Arabics in the community. Yeah. You're gonna deal with other people outside of black people. You better educate your kids and put them out there.
Mine's going. That's it. And I ain't being funny because you know where they go, I go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to work out there because all the things I put on my resume, they gonna love me out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going on out there, but you know, I'm definitely giving them the opportunity. I'm taking mine and giving them the opportunity.
Definitely.
You better just do it. I mean, don't.
I'm definitely.
You
have to. You know how many times I used to sneak in the district of Dearborn so my son can get a better education, riding on suspended license because I cannot afford it. You know, that was a trap. That's some bull crap.
I'm doing whatever.
I stood in that line when they had that forgiveness thing. We were out there to 5 a.m, and it was so many people in line because they had suspended. That's a trap. All that shit is a trap.
It is.
It's a trap. I remember one time I'm driving and I'm sneaking to go into the suburbs. Why the hell I gotta sneak? And I'm an American, and I gotta sneak. I'm afraid that these police, which they did, they target me. And that man, and I said, you know what? Because I was trying to get to Northland, and I was like, I'm gonna sneak out here to go to Northland. And that I had made this route so many times, and I was paying on my stuff too, so I'm responsible. I was trying to be. I couldn't get them down. Been going on, and that man, I did put him on a little speed. I ain't put him on a long speed chase.
Okay.
I knew I was gonna go to jail, and he was behind. He was behind me, big ass truck, and I was like, shit. I'm about to go to jail, man. I guess we're gonna ride.
I gotta do this walk of shame.
We're gonna ride this out. So I turned up my music and I put my seat down, back like the dudes do back in the day. And I said, we're gonna ride this shit out. And I can hear him. He like, ma'am, turn down your music. Turn down. And everybody watching me, but I'm just trying to find a parking space in the parking lot so he won't take my car. I said, I'll go to jail. just don't take my car.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can get me out, but I can't get my car out. So when we finally get there, and everybody looking like, do you see this cop behind you? And I'm just riding like, fuck it. I'm tired. I'm tired of being harassed. I'm just tired. Fuck it, you know. So I'm just driving, and I finally get into the Northland parking lot, and the cop comes behind me, and he's laughing. And I come out with a receipt. I'm good for jumping out my car on a cop. I've been doing that for a long time. So I jump out the car with my receipt, and it dropped like it's a scroll. And I said, sir, I'm trying to pay my tickets, man. I'm trying. Look, man, just look.
Just look, man.
He bust out laughing. He was a Southfield officer, and he said, I don't understand how y'all are able to pay y'all tickets. He understood the system and what it was doing to us.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it was some bull crap. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to write you a ticket for that. I'm going to just write you a ticket for this. And the ticket cost me $230, but I was blessed. I was very happy to pay it. But just the setup.
Yeah.
It's a setup. It's a setup.
Yeah, you can't
afford insurance. $400-$500.
Yeah.
And then you got a light bill that's $800.
Yeah.
And then don't forget,
0 degrees outside.
don't forget 95% paying rent. So you paying rent, you paying DTE, you paying a water bill, all while only making minimum wage. How am I supposed to survive?
You can't. And then you working while we out here skeeving looking for a come up. Baby, I gotta do what I gotta do.
And that's just not a black thing. That's about to be an economy thing.
It is.
That's not a black thing, because you put anybody in a place where there's no resources, you'll see them conform.
Yeah.
So don't even think it's a black thing. No, it's about the demographics who's running this bitch. Excuse me. I'm just so mad and passionate about the bull crap that I see.
Yeah. Because it's definitely bull crap.
And I know my people can shine better than what we're doing now.
If the resources, if they made the resources that are available to us, because they available, they just don't be available to us.
I'll come back home.
Yeah.
I will come back home and build a business back home.
Yeah.
But
it's like I wonder sometimes, like where do we start with it? You know what I'm saying? Like where do we start building?
It takes the money
our businesses and our brands, because I'm pretty sure, like many of us, even us on this live, we got great ideas with things we would like to do in the city, but it's like, where do you start when there's so many hurdles that they making you jump through?
Okay,
we want to own our own restaurants. We want to open up our own recreation centers, but it's like, damn, when there's no resources, how can we?
I got you. So in meditation, I was like, shit, I've never gave a job 30 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna have no pension. I've been working since I was 9. So Social Security ain't no problem. So that'll go, if anything ever happened to me, that'll go to my children, my kids. I said, but what do I have to give them? So I decided to give my child a LLC.
Mm.
And will it to him. You said, what do you get? So it's easy. It's what I did was I came up with an idea. The Lord led me. I ran into somebody that does LLCs. God bless me. And I told my son, this is where we start. This is us. This is us. We ain't got to worry about the money. The money comes because I put it in action.
Mm-hmm.
Where the money come from? First, you got to do the paperwork to get the money. And that don't take nothing but your brain and networking.
Mm-hmm.
People say, "Oh, I need a bit." You don't need no. Just come with the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Imagination is more stronger than intelligence.
Yeah, you got to start. I think before we go out to build the world, we got to build our own home.
Our own home. It's not about everybody else.
Because you have to. Yeah, you have to start within your you know, with you and yours. You get what I'm saying to you? Because once you build your foundation solid, then you can go out and stretch those limbs and branches, those olive branches to help others. You know what I'm saying?
So
I get it.
yeah. Just do it. I tell everybody, just do it. Just do it. just step out on faith.
Yeah, I'm determined to leave my
Do
kids
the
something.
impossible.
You hear me?
You hear me? Either they gonna know how to bake like hell, or they gonna know how to get in.
They gonna know
this
do
shea butter,
something.
cocoa butter. They
Do
see
you
their
know, man?
mother always.
I say so much, like
Yeah,
as deep as this young vein run,
yeah,
we
yeah.
got to be known for something, man.
Yeah, I tell my kids that all the time.
And
They be
before
like,
y'all
"Mama,
leave this earth, the young should have a family business on this earth, especially in Detroit.
Something to be able to say, man, our grandmamas, our great grandma, like this is what we have here.
we
On
gotta
Young
put out,
Community Center, the
we
Young
gotta put out,
Community
we
Center,
gotta put our
it
pride
should
to
have
the side,
something.
though.
Yeah, that should not go in vain. And it should be beneficial to the family as well, you know.
Yeah, we gotta put our pride to the side, though.
And
Because the ones that got it, that's capable of putting things. I can say this in our family, everybody got a tool. And because we got them that got the buildings, know how to get the buildings.
We just don't want to put them in the same
toolbox. And
toolbox.
then we got the ones that know how to run it. We got the ones that's gonna come in and do what if we just all get together and just swirl the pot up. But the problem is getting us all in that damn pot.
Y'all got
and that's my daily prayer.
It should be prayer, and it should be nobody breaks his bond. You know, no bull crap comes in this circle. Nobody, we don't care about none of that. That should be a no. We out here trying to make things happen. You got kids, I got kids. We need to lead them something. It is imperative that we all lead them something.
Because I'm determined. Mine is gonna get left some shit. They can't sell none of this property because everybody got to stand off on it because it's in everybody's name. You ain't selling shit. They gonna be mad when they get grown. Like, no, mom and daddy did. Oh, this mom and daddy did. What you think you finna do? Because you the oldest. Nothing. The other ones got to sign out. They ain't.
But these are things, y'all. Like, we really have to think about this type of stuff because it's real. This shit done got real out here, man.
I'm just telling you, you better think about it because the new thing. Remember, we're in 2021. All right. Yep. That in 2019, 18, 17, 16, all that is over with.
It's gone. Done.
Now I'm talking to some of my customers because I deal with internet so much. And I get so many elderly people call in and we have this conversation. And
hold on, y'all. Look, we gonna end this live because we going on 2:37. We gonna keep talking afterwards.
Okay.
But we don't on 2 hours and 37 minutes. We love y'all. God bless y'all.
See y'all
next week. We talking about sex, baby. Bye, y'all.
Talking about
love
sex,
y'all.
baby.
Okay.
Talk about